Yeah. What up, man? Yeah. Bearded conversation, homie, tap in. Why you hate? You already know we locked in. The world's greatest. Broadcasting, laughing, and loving, but don't judge it. Giving it back. Bearded conversation, homie, tap in. Why you hate? You already know we locked in. The world.
Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, and Grand Rising, Grand Rising, Grand Rising. Welcome to another episode of Bearded Conversation, everybody, man. Today is Manday. How's everybody doing, man? Y'all know what it is, man. We in the building, man, for another great show. First and foremost, man, big ups to all my followers, fans, viewers, and subscribers. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and thumb up the video. Secondly, man, big up to the best moderators in the game, man. Y'all know who they are. Young boy Maya Bucks, Master Teacher Fox, TLS, Preston McKenzie, and my big bro, Professor Remo, bringing up the River Show. And we can't forget about them queens, man. We got the First Lady, Miss GG, Gaming Palace. We got Miss Star Wars Markets LLC. And last but not least, we got Miss CC Craven Careful. Hey, and we got them new mods, man. We got Big Frank, Diablo, and Coach Ricky. Hey, and big shout out to Club Can't Get In, man. Club Can't Get In got that wrench. Hey, also, y'all, don't forget to check out Lynn Chicago Pizza, 501 East 61st Street, right here in Chicago, Illinois. Also, Dan Soul Food and Bakery, 2523 West 79th Street, also in Chicago, Illinois. And if you're over East, man, check out the Urban Lust Cafe, 2911 East 79th Street, also located in Chicago, Illinois. And don't forget to check out the Cafe where grown folks play, 17553 South Kedzie in the House of Health and Wellness, 1400 Torrance Avenue, Suite 213, man. Make sure y'all check them out and let them know Bearded Conversation sent y'all, man. Hey, get your popcorn, sit back, relax, man. Hey, man, and let's enjoy each other's company for about 2 hours, man. You know, we don't keep it short and sweet tonight. Got a few things we like to talk about. Hey, but y'all know what I like to do, man. I like to hit y'all with the re-rocks while I get my shit together.
Yeah, we coming off the block with this one. Yes, sir. Yeah. What up, man? Yeah. Bearded conversation, homie, tap in. Why you hate? You already know we locked in. The world's greatest. Broadcasting, laughing, they love it, but don't judge it. Bearded conversation, homie, tap in. Why you hating? You already know we locked in. The world's greatest. Broadcasting, laughing, they love it, but don't judge us. Damn. Got it off the block, forming a dynasty from a rock. Laid back in the cut, press play, can't get enough. Yo, let's chop it up in every location. A Bearded conversation, opportunity keep knocking like child support payments. Started from the bottom like basements, now we famous. Podcast official, the topic will probably hit you from a distance like a pistol. Subscribe so you can listen to survival of the fittest. We talking it how we living it, rolling like a dealership, managing several businesses. T-shirts, podcast, no, you don't need a membership. Just follow us on YouTube, Knowledge Supreme Infinite. Chicago got us dipping, excited to talk about it. Going live, check your notifications so you can holler or leave it in the comments, debate it, just being honest. Chicago topic, grow out, we supersonic, big, and it's time to circle back round like every week. Tell a friend off the block, it's where we meet. Bearded conversation, homie, tap in. Why you hating? You already know we locked in. World's greatest. Broadcasting live and they love it, but don't judge us. Got it off the block, giving it back to hood lovers. Bearded conversation, homie, tap in. Why you hating? You already know we locked in. The world's greatest. Broadcasting live and they love it, but don't judge us. Got it off the block, giving it back. The hood lovers. The hood. Broadcasting live, Bearded conversation off the block, giving it back. Bearded conversation off the block, giving it back. Bearded conversation off the block, giving it back. Bearded conversation off the block, giving it back.
Yo. Welcome to another episode of Bearded Conversation, man. I am your host, Beard Gangers Khan. Man, what's going on? Good evening, and Grand Rising. To all my overseas brothers and sisters and all my in-state melanated brothers and sisters, how is everybody doing? How is everyone doing tonight? First and foremost, man, y'all know how I like to start the show off, man. Let's keep everyone in our thoughts, prayers, views, and meditations. Let's keep everyone in our thoughts, prayers, views, and meditations one last time. Let's keep everyone in our thoughts, our prayers, our views, and meditations. Um, like I say, man, it's a lot of things going on out here. In-house, out-house, overseas house, everywhere, man. So, just people you come in contact with on a day-to-day basis, people you're cordial with, your family, your extended family, more especially our Bit of Conversation family, man. We just want to try to bring the love, spread the peace, and you know, yeah. Just be a good people to one another, man, because it's a lot going on, man. It's a lot going on out here, man. Hey, so with that being said, man, big ups to my co-host, man, L Boogie, Roscoe P. They ain't in the building tonight, but big ups to them. Also, big ups to my co-host with the mostest, my little one, A Jizzle. Hey, man. Yeah, so let's get it cracking. Let's get it cracking. Let's get it cracking, man. The thoughts, views, and opinions of Bearded Conversations are the thoughts, views, and opinions of me right now. The thoughts, views, and opinions of Bearded Conversations are the thoughts, views, and opinions of me right now. I don't mean to hurt, harm, or to offend. I don't mean to hurt, harm, or to offend. This video stream is for informational, educational, and edutainment purposes only. Once again, this video stream is for informational, educational, and edutainment purposes only, with the underlying and undertone of edutainment. We don't want you to take any advice given or anything shown on this video stream for face value without consulting the proper professional that suits your specific needs. Please do your proper due diligence. Please do your proper vet work. Please get that second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth opinion. We don't want you going out here robbing no bank, starting a revolt, telling your boss what he can take, how he can turn it sideways, where to put it, because you can't get no money out of me. And as you can see, I'm solo dolo. He ain't getting it out of my co-host, man. So with that being said, man, all my beautiful people, all my Beardonians, man. You know what I'm saying? And all my superheroes. It's just good conversation, man. Ain't no need to, jump out the window and run away with what we talking about here on the stream and on the platform. Also, I just want to let you guys know, man, this is an open stream. This is an open platform. You guys are more than welcome to join the stream and to join the platform. Um, if you got something you want to talk about, man, if you want to come on, if you want to promote something, you feel more than free to do so. If you want to do a presentation, you know what I'm saying, man, make sure y'all hit me in the email, man, and we can go over that. We can get into that. Also, y'all, we got a show on Fridays that we do, Bearded Studios, Real MCs Talk, where we try to review artist music from Chicago. And I don't just want to say from Chicago, from all over. I'm trying to branch out. So, we take up and coming artists, young, old, middle age, man. We try to highlight them, review their music, and interview them on Fridays, and just push, 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 push. You know what I'm saying? To try to spread the love and get good music out to the community. Because that's what we're about. Also, man, I just want to let the people know, man, I hope y'all still living by them five mantras, man, them five key components of life that I believe that we all should be choosing to live by, and that's love, peace, respect, motivation, and inspiration. Those are some of the things that we live and abide by here on Bearded Conversation, man. Those things are very important. Those five key things are very important: love, peace, respect, motivation, and inspiration. I just want everybody to know that. Keep that in your hearts. Keep that in your mind. You know what I'm saying? And keep that in your hindsight, man. You know what I'm saying? Love, peace, respect, motivation, and inspiration. It can go a long way. It can go a long way. Um, First and foremost, man. How everybody doing tonight, man? I already told y'all good evening in Grand Rising. How everybody doing tonight on the stream with your boy? Hey, check it out, man. We got some. Let's talk a bit, man. Well, so I do got a topic that I want to get into, but before we get into um a few of these topics and get off into discussion, so today is Manly Manday, man. We try to deal with the brothers and mental health. I mean, people in general, but I try to conserve this day for the guys. You know what I'm saying, so we can come up here and just have a day for ourselves. So um my basic topic of discussion is procrastination and therapy, but I want to I want to what I'm saying, we gonna work our way up and build up into that. Because a few things came across my table, what I'm saying, this week, this weekend, and today, and a few topics that what I'm saying, a few things that articles and things that I probably like. Well, I ain't gonna say probably would like to read to you guys, and say talk about and discuss a little bit, and get off into it. So First thing, man, I just heard about this. This actually happened a couple of weeks ago. It was on December the 16th. Um, and this was right around the time because I read an article to you guys about the migrant that set the woman on fire on the New York City subway. So before this, which I didn't hear about, and how I heard it, I heard the young lady, she was saying that it happened in her town and it took a while. Well, it happened like an hour away from where she was. Not saying that it was close or nothing like that, but it happened an hour away from where she was. But she said it didn't hit her local news, or she didn't hear about it and didn't know about it until maybe, I believe she said maybe a month or two later, which is crazy, which is crazy, which is crazy. So um, she said she didn't hear about it until a month or two later. So um, let's get off into it, man. So it's a 20-year-old female in North Carolina. Woman set on fire with gas in critical condition. It said Sanford, North Carolina. A woman suffered third-degree burns after being set on fire in Harnett County last week, deputies said. Deputies were notified, I'm sorry, just before 6 p.m. on December the 16th about a 20-year-old burn victim at a local hospital, according to Harnett County Sheriff's Office news release. Deputies said that they were told, the woman was taken to the hospital in Sanford emergency room with second and third degree burns on the right side of her body. This incident happened as the woman was in the area of North Carolina 27 West and Barbecue Church Road. Wow, they got Barbecue Church Road. And that's I guess because it's country and it's the South, man. Barbecue Church Road. I ain't never heard no shit like that. But I mean, you know. So then it goes on to say that when three people she did not know doused her with gasoline and lit her on fire with a cigarette. Hmm. The young woman was later taken from the hospital to local burn center, where as of Monday, she was stable and listed as in critical condition. Hmm. There has been no witnesses located to date, and no information has been received from the general public concerning this matter, deputy said in a new release. Deputy said anyone with information about the crime should contact Harnett County Detective Ronald Beasley. They give a number to the county's office and everything. We'll up the band. Okay, now to my people, This happened in Carolina, y'all. So listen, you know, we don't want to listen because I'm not the one, man. I don't want to get off into this action about or statements about it's the South, and we know what the South is like, and we know what type of shit happened down in the South. Excuse my French, I mean English. The type of things that happen down in the South and what goes on there, and the things of that, man. We listen. We're not gonna get into that. See, because it's crazy. Like, well, okay, she, store, gas station. She was walking into a store. So the store don't have no cameras. Like you couldn't retrieve no nothing. So there was no one in this gas station when this young lady was set on fire. You know what I'm saying? This was a 20-year-old daughter. You know what I'm saying? This was a 20-year-old sister. Could have been an auntie, but anyway, 20-year-old cousin. This was someone's child in North Carolina, Sanford, North Carolina, that was doused with gasoline and someone flicked the cigarette on and burnt them. And now she got second and third degree burns on the right side of her body. This is crazy. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to sit here and hopefully, listen. I hope and I pray that this isn't a situation of a racial attack or anything of that nature. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to speculate. And again, we don't want to speculate because they did say that they didn't have anybody or no information about um who the culprits were or who could have, set her on fire. But I'm gonna keep it 100 and I'm gonna keep it real. Oh, Lord, that's bad English, y'all. I'm gonna keep it 100 and I'm gonna keep it real, man. We talking about South Carolina, or North Carolina, for that matter. Um, We're gonna say it was some YTs. I believe it was some YTs. I just can't see no brothers coming up to a melanated sister, especially of that age of 20, and just pouring gasoline and flicking a cigarette on it and putting it on fire. Now, don't get me wrong, y'all. You know what I'm saying? You don't put nothing past nobody. And I don't necessarily want to put this on a particular group of people. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not what we do here on Bearded Conversation. We love people. We love everybody. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has a place. Everybody has a role. Everybody has a season. Um, we're in each other's life for a reason. If you believe in a creator, whoever your creator is, he created everyone, you know what I'm saying, with the rights of everybody, you know what I'm saying, being moral and upright and treating each other how they supposed to be treated. But of course, you know, as we can see through our history, that's not the case. We know that shit ain't the case. But again, you know what I'm saying? But I'm only saying that to say, because, you know, the stupid a lot of the stupid sugar honey iced tea that we do here, you know what I'm saying, with the knockout game and don't get me wrong, the senseless killing and violence and things of that nature that's prevalent and heavy in our communities, that we see every day. You know, the trauma that we suffer from a lot of the BS that go on within our neighborhoods and the ratchetness and the ghetto-ness, or however you want to explain it, that the ignorance that we seem to exude from our pores, and you know, and we outpour this type of bullshit in our community. Don't get me wrong, but North Carolina, South Carolina, man, I think these were some YTs that did this to this young lady, and I'm trying to figure out why this store didn't have cameras, man. I ain't, don't get me wrong, man. I've been down to South Carolina on a trip, and I ain't knocking nobody's state, man. I ain't knocking nobody's city, nobody's town, none of that shit. I didn't. You know what I'm saying? I done been out in South Carolina, you know what I'm saying, with my son playing football. We supposed to go back this year. I really didn't enjoy that, you know what I'm saying, that sugar honey iced tea. And I don't really think I want to go back, but you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna go back because you know my boys, you know what I'm saying, they get in this tournament every year. Of elite football players, youth football players. So, you know what I'm saying? I don't, you know, and then they kind of sort of don't really want to go back. But because what I'm saying is because the town is like ain't shit there. Like, so maybe it wasn't no cameras, you know what I'm saying? Maybe it wasn't on cameras. Maybe it was a situation where, because I done had some shit like that happen up here. You know what I'm saying, with me and mine, and wasn't no cameras available to see who the culprits were. The only culprits that we were able to get um, was off of video footage off of cell phones that was circulating. You know what I'm saying? But this incident was, I guess, a pretty isolated incident. You know, and I'm pretty sure them young men or older guys that did whatever the hell they did to that young lady. You know what I'm saying? They watched her. I ain't gonna say they stalked her or they was, you know what I'm saying? It might not have been premeditated, you know? And I can agree with that. It might not have been premeditated, but nonetheless, it was some foolery, it was some tomfoolery and effery going on with that man. So we just want to send condolences and a big support in all the hearts, you know what I'm saying? Nothing but hearts, you know what I'm saying, to that young lady and her family. Peace and blessings. And I hope she recovers, and I hope she continues to recover and recuperate, and hopefully she gets back to her old self. Well, I know she'll probably never be mentally or physically back to her old self with them second and third degree burns, but hopefully, you know what I'm saying, all praises due to the universe that young lady is able to heal herself and get back, you know what I'm saying? And hopefully she can identify, or maybe she's seen these people before in her town, because them towns ain't that big. See, that's another thing too. So, you know, I don't know if they was hoping to unalive the young lady, you know what I'm saying? All praise due to the universe that the young lady is still alive. So maybe hopefully, you know what I'm saying, that once she recovers fully, she'll be able to, you know, maybe help the police out with the investigation on the people that doused her with gasoline and flicked the cigarette on. But yeah, man, that's tragic, man. So again, bro, I can't stress enough, like, you know what I'm saying, when I started the show, about keeping everyone in our thoughts, prayers, views, and meditations, because it's hard out here. You know what I'm saying? Look at what we go through, man, and it's just crazy. It's really it's difficult to deal with, you know. Also, man, moving along, man. I found out some things today that I didn't know of, and we gonna kick it off early, man, because you know next month, man. What month? What day we in right now? What day we in? We in the 6th day, right? So we got like 25 more days before, you know what I'm saying, they give us that little month that they give us. But yeah, man, I actually hold on. Actually, let me pull them up so I can read about them, read them out to y'all. So man, I was just searching and looking like I usually do. On various things and be on different, what I'm saying, stuff like that. And I came across something that I have never heard of before. And it's crazy because it was never I never heard of this in Black history. This was never taught. You know what I'm saying? And I come across a lot of things, man, and I talk to a lot of older folks, and I never heard of this. Never heard of this. And if anybody in the chat, um, if anybody in the chat ever heard of it, you know what I'm saying, I'll be more than happy for you guys to come on and talk about it, or to, if you heard of it, you know what I'm saying, say what you know or speak on it. Um, but I never heard of it. So the name of this group is called the Deacons of Defense and Justice. I thought this was pretty interesting. And I thought this would be something great to, what I'm saying, start Manly Manday off. You know what I'm saying? Due to the fact that I dedicate this day to men. Hey man, and big ups to all the brothers out there, man. Big ups to all the brothers out there. Listen, if you're in a situation, if you're not in a situation, if you're doing bad, if you're doing good, you know what I'm saying? If you don't have family, if you got family, if you need a support system, if you don't have a support system, man, you're more than welcome to come here to Bearded Conversation, and we can be them ears, man. If you need a place to vent, like I used to say on the earlier publications, man. If you need a place to vent, man, you can always come here and vent. If you need some ears, man, we always got those ears for you to come on the panel and listen to, and maybe help you out if we can. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Manly Manday, man. Um, and then I'm a hold on. We're gonna keep it here first. Okay, so Deacons of Defense and Justice. Deacons of Defense refers to Deacons for Defense and Justice, an armed self defense group of African American men formed during the Civil Rights era in the United States primarily to protect civil rights activists, violence perpetrated by the Ku Klux Klan and other white supremacists. They were particularly active in Louisiana and Mississippi, and and often standing guard at protests and marches to deter attacks. Key points about the Deacons for Defense. Founded in 1964, a group was established in Jonesboro, Louisiana. The motivation behind these guys were to counter the widespread of violence against Black civil rights activists, particularly in the South, where the police often failed to protect them. Again, here's the story that we just read about, you know what I'm saying? And also, let me finish with them. Members primarily composed of Black veterans from World War II and the Korean War who believed in armed self defense. Notable actions providing protection at events like marches against, providing protection at events like the March Against Fear in Mississippi. So man, I encourage everybody, man, to get out here, man, and look these brothers up. Look these brothers up. You know what I'm saying? I'll read a little bit more about them. So they like I read earlier, they was formed in 1964 in Jonesboro, Louisiana. So on February 21st, 1965, the day of Malcolm X's assassination, at the first affiliated chapter, affiliated chapter was founded in Bogalusa, Louisiana, followed by a total, I don't know why I always do that with the glasses, a total of 20 other chapters in this state, I'm sorry. Okay. In this state, Mississippi, Arkansas, and Alabama. It was intended to protect civil rights. I'm sorry. It was intended to protect civil rights activists and their families threatened both by white vigilantes and discriminatory treatment by police under Jim Crow laws. The Bogalusa chapter gained national attention during the summer of 1965 in its violent struggles with the Ku Klux Klan. By 1968, the Deacons' activities were declining. Following passage of Voting Rights Act of 1965, the entry of Black people into politics in the South, and the rise of the Black Power movement. Black people worked to gain control of more political and economic activities in their communities. A television movie, Deacons for Defense in 2003, directed by Bill Duke and starring Forrest Whitaker, can't read today, and starring Forrest Whitaker, was aired about the 1965 events in Bogalusa. The movie inspired um, Maurice M. Le Miller to meet Deacon Hicks at his Hicks house in Bogalusa, Louisiana. The Robert Bob Hicks House in Bogalusa commemorates one of the leaders of the Deacons in that city. It was listed on the National Register as it was listed on the National Register of Historic Places in 2015. Fundraising continues for the Civil Rights Museum in Bogalusa to honor the work for the Deacons for their defense. It was expected to open in 2018. So yeah, man. So man, that's dope. It said the Deacons were the first champions of armed defense during the Civil War. I'm saying during the Civil War, during the Civil Rights Movement. But in November 1964, they were the first to organize as a force, according to historian Annaleek Dirks. Even Martin Luther King Jr., an icon of nonviolence, employed armed bodyguards and had guns in his house during the early stages of the Montgomery bus boycott in 1956. Glenn Smiley, an organizer of the Nonviolent and Pacifist Fellowship of Reconciliation, FOR, observed during a house visit to King that the police did not allow the minister a weapon permit, but the place is an arsenal. Smiley convinced King that he could not keep such weapons, or plan armed. I'm sorry. Smiley convinced King that he could not keep such weapons or plan armed self defense, as it was inconsistent with his public positions on nonviolence. Dirk explored the emergence of black groups for self-defense in Clarksdale and Natchez, Mississippi from 1960 till 1965. In many areas in the Deep South, local chapters of the Ku Klux Klan or other white insurgents operated outside the law, and the white-dominated police forces practiced discrimination against black people in Jonesboro and the industrial town of northern Louisiana. The KKK harassed local activists, burned crosses on the lawns of African American voters, and burned down 5 churches, a Masonic hall, and a Baptist center, amongst other things, and on and on and on and on and on and on. So that was pretty dope, man. I thought that was pretty dope, man. The Deacons of Defense, bro. I thought that's pretty dope, man. A group of black men back in 1964, man. And during that time, all we ever heard, you know what I'm saying, how we hid, how we did this. Because I hate the fact that um, and I believe this is one of the psychological constraints that they have on our mind, because during those time, and speaking of slavery, the translate, I'm not going to say during that time, but not during those times, because I don't want to get it mixed. But when slavery happened, and when it came, once they got everybody here, so once we were free and all, well, supposedly free and all that, the way we lived, the way we were treated, the things we learned, our speech, how we acted, and all that, it was ridiculous, man. And we got a lot of that shit from them. And we would hear about all we would hear about is how, even to this day, how we tell our kids how to act when they see the police, or how to put your head. Well, I don't not necessarily to that extent to this day, but back then, man, when you see a white woman, you gotta look down at the ground, you can't whistle, you can't do this, you can't talk, can't look massa in the eye, you know what I'm saying, all that bullshit, you feel me? Excuse my French, I mean English, all that about that. So, that psychological constraint, man, those psychological constraints, that they have on our mind. And as we grow, and as our generations continue to grow, and as our generations continue to pick up power and to pick up traction, it's a lot of friction while we picking up that traction. And that friction is those psychological constraints that we have on our mind. You know what I'm saying? Like with the N-word, man. And I know I've been dropping that N-word, man, and I've been saying it quite heavily here. And I've been trying to calm down and cut back. And I have calmed down and cut back. Sometimes when I get excited, it come out. But again, you know, And I was all for that, the use of the word at one point in time, man, because I pushed that, term of endearment, and we took something that was, so horrible, and we turned it around and we tried to use it in. But in essence, when we really think about it, yeah, I mean, don't nothing control you but you. You know what I'm saying? You give yourself that push, you give yourself that whatever you need to keep going and keep moving forward. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. So, anything that somebody say shouldn't keep you back, or even the words that you use shouldn't keep you back, but sometimes they can, because if you're in the wrong setting, certain words and certain things that you say, man, you shouldn't be saying or using. You gotta learn to code switch. The like master teacher get on here all the time. Brother Fox, when he talking about how the kids talk to him. Listen, on that on phone them shit, that don't work, bro. In school, that's not how you talk to your teacher. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you go into a place of so-called education to learn grammar and English and whatever, man, because that's a whole nother subject. But if you go into this learning institution to so-called learn these things and to teach you how to properly communicate and do other things effectively, you know what I'm saying? Those type of words and things, you don't want to use that in that type of setting. You know what I'm saying? You want to try to use your vocabulary. I'm not saying everybody should have, in a sense. Well, I am saying everyone should have at least a repertoire of vocabulations. You know what I'm saying? You should be able to understand. You should be able to, when you hear certain words, especially when they're used in a paragraph or in a sentence when someone is speaking to you, and you can hear it orally, you should be able to contextualize and infer and be able to kind of understand and know what that word is and what it's meaning and how it's being said and the way it's being used in a sentence. Um, you know, um, I do believe that. And a lot of times, but at this rate, this alarming rate that our educational system is failing, especially our melanated black brothers and sisters, man. At this rate, hell no, we don't know what the hell being said and what's going on. But yeah, man. But like I say, man, that's I think that's real strong for those brothers to step up and stand out and do the things that they did back during those times, man. You know what I'm saying? I believe a lot of those brothers, um, we need to resonate their energy and resonate their spirits and call upon those ancestors and call upon those brothers and get some of that shit back in us, man, because we losing each other. You know what I'm saying? And we also losing our youth. I was on the show the other day, man, and we was talking about villages, and is the village gone? You know what I'm saying? And some brothers think the village is gone. Some people think the village is here. The village is never gone in essence. You know what I'm saying? The village it can get burnt down. You know what I'm saying? It can get destroyed. We just got to build it back up. Because the question was asked, do we still believe in, does it take a village to raise a child? And I still believe in that, regardless of whether other people want to accept responsibility, what I'm saying, as far as parents or as far as people in the community, as neighbors and things of that nature. What I'm saying, want to accept that responsibility or take on that accountability, to speak up when a child, or to speak up when someone else is doing harm or doing wrong. What I'm saying, that's not on me. What I'm saying, I know what I'm going to do, and I'm not asking everybody, and I don't expect everybody to do that. You know what I'm saying? And then, I don't jump in every situation. Of course, you got to know what you can do and what you can't do, man. Big ups to club can't get in. You know what I'm saying? Stay in your lane. So, we got to stay in our lane, man. You know what I'm saying? And I can rock with that. We ain't always gotta, what I'm saying, jump off the handle and fly off the handle and jump off into shit. You got to stay in your lane. Sometimes when you're trying to help people, and again, it ain't about saving everybody. And I hate when people go through that shit. Like when we say we trying to do these things, people, oh man, you can't save it. It ain't about saving everybody. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like I got a magic wand and I could just snap my finger and whatever I want for everybody is gonna fucking happen and come true. We know these things. That's not what we saying, but it doesn't hurt to get out here and try to make a change or have an effect on multiple people's lives throughout the things that even if that effect is just, I'm sorry, y'all. Even if that effect is just watching you, if them watching you do what you do in essence, and living the way you living and being the person that you are and helping other people, you know what I'm saying? Maybe them watching, them seeing you, that visual, can change their life. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it's about. And again, like I say, it's not about trying to save and help everybody. Because of course, when you get into things like this, especially like, look, you think the civil rights when they was having all these movements, or man, listen, man, we listen. You save who you can save, and I get it. We want to talk about empowerment. We want to talk about us. We want to talk about building and getting out of the shit that we in and the situations that be happening to us. You know what I'm saying? But I believe in starting small and growing it. I believe it can be nationwide, national. I believe it can be international. I can believe this thing can be global. You know what I'm saying? And I try to use this as an example. When we talk about these type of things, when we're talking about building and gaining infrastructure and changing our mindset and getting out of the shit that we in. Guess what? The same people that's supposedly, or that people want to say got their foot on our neck, guess what? They got their foot on each other's neck as well, and they do the same things inside of their community, bro. And a lot of times when we get on these platforms and we get on these spaces, man, in these sectors, man, and I hear some of the bullshit that our people say to each other, and I'm not saying that I'm always right. My ideas and my philosophies and ideologies they're gonna be mine. You know what I'm saying? And do I try to build with like-minded people? Yes. Now, also, I want to build with people that ain't like-minded, because guess what? Maybe I can learn something from oh, excuse me. Maybe I can learn something from them, and maybe they can learn something from me. But still, in all, to tear down any and all forms of thinking and understanding, hell no, bro. No, no. We got enough of that going on, man. I just found out it's a new term going on. You know what I'm saying? ADOS, man. Uh, you know what I'm saying? The what is it called? What is it? African descendants? Yeah, African descendants of slavery. It's a new group called ADOS. Like you got your Aboriginals, just like you got your FBAs, which is the Foundation of Black Americans, and things of that nature. Man, we got all these groups of fucking people, bro. Listen, y'all. We got all these groups of people fighting and killing and just doing all this. Like what? And we doing this because we think we getting somewhere, or we think we trying to achieve something, or we think we doing this for a purpose. No, you ain't doing this shit for no purpose. No, you're not getting nowhere. Because at the end of the day, this shit is still it's still gonna be a division. You know what I'm saying? It's still gonna be a division. Shit's still gonna be divided. People still gonna do what they want to do. People still gonna have their own mind. People still gonna be individuals. You know what I'm saying? See, and that's why I always say, I necessarily don't think that, well, at this moment in particular time, that I would try to push for bringing people together, as far as on the unity kick. And not saying that I don't want unity, because when we unite, of course we're strong. You know what I'm saying? And of course I'm speaking against the division. But if we can find a common goal, that we all share and that we all can utilize and internalize and understand. You know what I'm saying? And let's stay, excuse me, convicted and committed to reaching and obtaining, or having that same common goal. You know what I'm saying? And it's okay to be a person that to be the person, rather, that thinks outside the box. It's okay to be the person that has this type of understanding. It's okay to be the person that thinks, well, this may not work for you. You know what I'm saying? It's okay. I'm not saying that you're gonna agree with any and everything, bro. Like look at the government. Look at the powers that be, man. We vote every 4 years for a fucking so-called world leader. And then even with the Congress, every two, and then with bro, you got the Democrats and the Republicans. We go into these voting offices, and we watch these commercials. We watch them debate. you know. It's sad, man, because I done seen, here on the internet with family members and friends, they lose each other because of the different political differences, or the different political ideologies and philosophies that one choose to follow. It's still a fucking division, bro. But guess what? At the end of the day, inside of that division, inside of that chaos, inside of that whatever that's going on that they perpetrating and putting out here to the masses, they still work together. Behind closed doors, they still work together. So that's what we need to do, man. Behind these closed doors, regardless of whatever situations that we don't agree with, or that we don't like, and that we don't got going on with each other, man. Behind closed doors, we should still be trying to work towards finding a common goal. And when we find that common goal, let's work on it. Let's build on it. And guess what? Even listen, No one is going to always agree, bro. Even listen, let's just say, for instance, we melanated people had their own everything, everything. Let's just say we were separated and we had our own everything, our own military. We had nuclear weapons, man. We had infrastructure, and an economical and a social system that was fucking immaculate, just like Britain, just like France, just like fucking America, or any powerful city state or central government that you know of today. You know what I'm saying? Let's just say we had our own. You know what I'm saying? We Guess what? We still got to get out here and problem solve. We still got to get out here and teach our masses. We still got to get out here and love each other. We still got to get out here and deal with each other. We still got to get out here and learn. We still have to get out here and have experiences. We still have to get out here and share. You know. So just because, um, my point is, just because it's division. Well, I don't want to say just because it's division. Basically, what I'm saying is it's division within everything, and no one always agrees on everything. So I mean, let's just stop this shit, bro. It's too much. Let's just stop all this FBA, all this shit. This shit is like ridiculous, man. But on a lighter note, y'all, my Bears beat the freaking Packers, man. I came. Hey, listen. Hey, man. Big ups to my Chicago Bears. Even though they ended their season, man, with a horrible record, man, they got 5 wins off, man. Was they 5-11? That was horrible, man. Horrible. Horrible. Man, all we can do is wait for next season, man. But yeah, they 5-11. Um, they still doing an interview process. I don't know what's gonna go on with the Brown guy. Um, I don't know if they're gonna give him the job for next year and see what he can do for a whole year, or if they're gonna really get somebody in there, man, to really, what I'm saying, handle the day-to-day operations as far as being the head coach of the Chicago Bears football team. You know. Brother Chris Foster, where you at, brother? Now this is where I need you at now, brother. You always pop on when we ain't talking about the Bears. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, all them stats and numbers that brother usually put up, man. Like sometimes those stats, sometimes those numbers don't show the potential of the Bears. Like, don't get me wrong. And I don't get me listen. We watch them every Sunday or whenever they come on, man. And I know it'd be painful, but I don't think those stats do our Bears justice, because you got to think about this, man. We only losing by fucking like 3 points, except for that Detroit game where we got blew out a couple weeks ago. But other than that, man, we doing our thing. It ain't like we getting slaughtered and beat up on, man. And then offense have man, big ups to next level. What's going on next level? Big ups to you, brother. Big ups to you, brother. But our offense, man, we didn't picked up on offense, man. The offense has picked up. So hopefully, our Bears can do a little bit better next year, man. Big ups to our Bears, man. Also, man, big ups to Mike Evans. I believe that brother broke a record. Let me look that brother up. I believe he broke what's the brother name? I believe he broke I want to say Jerry Rice receiving, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Let's see here. Let's see here what they talking about. Okay, here we go. Here we go. This Mike Evans a hell of a player too, man. So it says, yeah, okay. So future Hall of Famer has produced 1,000+ receiving yards in each of his first 10 seasons, and actually posted the third most. Oh, come on, man. Just give me the whole article, y'all. Why y'all do that? I hate when they do that, y'all. It'd be a lot of pops up. Hey, man, salute to next for joining the chat, man. I hit that brother panel, man. Peace and blessings to you, brother, man. That's a good brother, man. Um, the brother was well welcoming on his platform. I appreciate that brother for letting me in his platform, letting me on his platform. Most definitely. Man, they don't want to give it to me. They don't want to give it to me. But yeah, man, Mike Evans, man, he did his thing, man. I'm trying to find the article where they gonna they'll let me read it off to y'all. Mm-mm-mm. some of these sites, y'all, some of these excuse me, some of these pages where you get the information from, man, they like to give you the runarounds and jerk you. Yeah, so but yeah, they want right, and then they want you to sub up. You say D Rose probably would have been the best pill guard. Yeah, so you know what? Yeah, man, big ups to D Rose, man. So next level, man. We in Chi Town, man. So every show, man, I try to put up somebody from Chicago. Put Derrick Rose up to date, man. For the people in the city that don't know, and for the people that's joining the stream, Saturday, I believe it was January the 4th, man. Derrick Rose, they gave Derrick Rose that day. And they also, we touched on it a little bit Saturday, man. They trying to retire the brother number next year. Um, I don't necessarily agree with the retirement of the brother number. And also, y'all in the city, man, he opened up a road shop. So make sure y'all go support that brother, man. Make sure y'all get down there, man. Go buy your women all the flowers in the you know what I'm saying, all the flowers she want. And also, ladies, man, hey, y'all know on Sweetie's Day, man, hook a brother up. You know what I'm saying? I might not like flowers, but guess what? I want some roses. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I agree with that, bro. Youngest MVP ever. I do believe if he hadn't got hurt that first time, bro, if he'd came back and did the things that he was supposed to do and stayed focused, I think Derrick Rose could have pulled off at least 2 championships. And I also think Derrick Rose would have been would have solidified his place as one of the best point guards in NBA history. Um, but I don't know, man. I don't know if it was lack of conditioning, lack of fortitude, lack of discipline, or whatever, brother next level, but it kept that brother from excelling and doing what he was, should have been doing in the league. I didn't even know he went to Detroit, man. He went to Detroit for a minute. I know the brother went to I know he went to the Knicks. It was so. Minnesota was so. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, then he ended up in Memphis. Um, which he should have stayed with the Knicks or Minnesota. You know what? Minnesota might have been the best bet for him. You know what I'm saying? I believe he could have came off the bench. And gave what's my boy over there, Anthony Edwards, some rest, or whoever the other point guard is over there could have gave him some rest. But we know how, man, his money situation, and then he was injured, and what I'm saying, cap space and a lot of that. So we trying to move people around and get draft picks, and then they traded with Big Cat. It'd be a lot going on, man. It's a business, man. Listen, the sport entertainment, man, it's a business, man. It's all about money. It's all about moving people around. It's all about, you know what I'm saying, getting the bang for your buck. So, yeah, but I do agree, man. Derrick Rose could have been the best point guard without that injury, man. But the world would never know. You know what I'm saying? So, but big ups to that brother, man, in his career. He also got a son that's playing ball too, y'all. He got a young son out there that's playing ball. His son ain't his, you know what I'm saying? He ain't, but I'm not knocking the kids, man. It's all a process, man. It's all a process. I'm pretty sure Derrick Rose got him in the right spots, in the right places and spaces, you know what I'm saying? So most definitely he gonna grow and come into, whatever he gonna come into. And then listen, Derrick Rose is dead, you feel? But we can't say that because Michael Jordan, both his kids played ball too, and they wasn't. But again, man, I don't want people to think, because listen, y'all, that sport, it's fun. That sport's just fun, man. But that's not what we banking on, man. We banking on brain power. You know what I'm saying? That's what we banking on, man. We breaking on using that muscle in your head. You know what I'm saying? That muscle is the most powerfulest muscle that's inside of your body, man. Well, for me, some might say the heart, you know what I'm saying? But I believe they both work, they coincide and work in conjunction with each other. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, your brain, man. And it's good to play sports. It's good to be, an athlete. You know what I'm saying? But don't bank on that, man. Exercise that brain power. Because guess what? At the end of the day, once that's gone, you know what I'm saying? Once you can't jump no more, once you can't throw that ball no more, once you can't catch that ball, or if you get injured, you know what I'm saying? The shit starts to deplete. You need a backup plan. You know what I'm saying? And I constantly mention on my show, man, I hate watching 30 for 30s, especially young brothers, you know what I'm saying, who get into these sports and they athletes, you know what I'm saying, from youth football to high school to college. And, it's only a small percentage that make it. I don't know if parents is out here teaching their kids, when they out there hooping and hollering and fighting at these damn football and basketball games and baseball games and acting a damn fool. You know what I'm saying? I hope they teaching they kids statistics and probabilities and ratios and shit like that, what you need to be, because everybody don't make it to the NBA. It's a small percentage, bro. It's a small percentage. So again, We want to teach our youth to exercise their brain power, man. Big ups to HBY, man, helping build in the youth organization that I started, man. So most definitely, man. We looking for a building right now to get that going. So this year hopefully should be my year, man, to get that going. Helping build in the youth, man. I'm trying to sponsor. Well, I ain't gonna say why I keep trying to say. Ooh, I gotta write that down. Trying to. That's a word that I got that I need to use less of until I can eradicate that out my vocabulary. But so I will be sponsoring a youth basketball and a youth football team, as well as offering financial literacy classes, as well as offering STEM and robotics, as well as offering communal and economical development and placement for adults. Mostly for the youth, but I want to bring in their parents as well because um, I believe that putting the children in a program or having programs in the community that can help kids grow or that can help kids excel and that can help kids see a different vision. Um, and get them a different perspective and on life and understanding on life and letting them know that being a rapper bad. Listen, and don't get me wrong, I will encourage the sports. If sports is fun for me, I encourage it. But to I'm not saying that I'm going to preach against it being an end all be all because in some cases it can help, but I want to preach to the youth that we want to use this opportunity. So like I tell my kids, we're going to use this sporting opportunity or this cheerleading opportunity or whatever extracurriculum opportunity, and we're going to use this if we can in any way to facilitate an educational. I don't want to say because I tell my kids all the time, you got to go get that miseducation and come back to me and get re-educated. You know what I'm saying? But don't take nobody information loosely. So but again, we send our kids to get this education, man. You know what I'm saying? So, but I want them to use those avenues to be the liaison and to getting them um that education. You know what I'm saying? And to receiving that education, not banking on well, I'm going to be a basketball, football player. Everybody can't do that. You know what I'm saying? And I told this story before and I tell it all the time. My oldest son played football before my kids started playing football. I used to teach my kids chess, man. Mine, constantly reading. And, I read a lot of things, man. I try to get them into, a lot of informational things and stuff of that nature. When they was younger, to operate the brain, not to operate to get the brain flowing, to get that blood flowing, to get that imagination open. You know what I'm saying? And I wanted them to just experience, different things and to be able to think and to be able to problem solve and to be able to evaluate and analyze. You know what I'm saying? So but you can do that with sports. Sports can be a catalyst that can help with that. You know what I'm saying? I also believe in that. But again, like I say, to make it solely our premise and our purpose and understanding of trying to get up out of something, no. You know what I'm saying? Because even within sports, guess what? You still have to use your brain power. You still have to think. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't know. I ain't gonna say a lot of people don't know, but a lot of times, the athletes don't understand or don't get that. It's a science behind you being this good or you being able to excel in this particular sport that you're doing and to understand the psychology and the science behind that is a hell of a thing. You know what I'm saying? And also that can awaken something with the inside of an athlete, a young athlete, may it be male or female, to want to experience uh, 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 different things and want to learn different things. You know what I'm saying? Outside of the sport. So. And again, sports is good for discipline. Sports is good for brotherhood and sisterhood. Sports is good for learning how to work together. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you get a job where you're doing teamwork, where it's teamwork responsibilities, or you may get a degree in project management and you might need to know how to manage things. You know what I'm saying? So it's good for a lot of purposes and reasons. But again, we don't want to let that be our end all be all. So yeah. So big up, but man, big ups to all the coaches out there, man. Coach Ricky, Ty Young, Ed, Michael Young, man. Big ups to uh, 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 all the coaches. I know I done missed a few people, man, but any coach that's out there, man, that's in a youth organization, man. No matter what you're coaching, whatever type of sport it is, I don't give a hell if it's volleyball, golf, tennis, soccer, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Big ups to all the coaches. Big ups to all the men and the women that's out there that take the time out their day. You know what I'm saying? Um, to give that to the community, give that to the kids because it can be stressful. It can take a lot out of people. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to, man, big ups to all those that do that, man, especially our educators as well, our teachers and things of that nature, man. But big ups to all the gym coaches, man. Big ups to all the coaches, offensive, defensive coordinators, you know what I'm saying, all the head coaches, man. Big ups to all the men and women that are out there making a difference in a child's life in any way, shape, form, avenue possible. You know what I'm saying? That's great. You know, that's what we pushing for all 2025, all 2026. That's what we pushing for infinitely, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the new wave, man. That's the new wave, building this village back up. That's the new wave, helping us become what we want to become. You know what I'm saying? We had a young bull on the show, man, and because and to get off, well, not to get off, but to touch on this, we had a young bull on the show when he was talking about how the younger generation they don't support. When you want to support your brother, your homie, man, it's like dick riding. That's crazy, bro. You know what I'm saying? Or they think you hold. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to use too many of them. You know what I'm saying? Words, but yeah, but yeah, man, and that's crazy because, like I say, man, all 2025, man, this is what we doing, and I don't even see how that can be even conceptualized when your mother, your father, your teachers, or the people that's around you every day, they support you. They try to motivate you. They try to uplift you. They try to bring things or put things in your life and make things easier for you. When we get obstacles put in front of us, man, we got people around us, man, that we don't even know that's around us just so they can help us get away from or around those obstacles. You know, it ain't necessarily got to be a person that you talk to every day. You know what I'm saying? Everyone on this universe, everyone that's on this planet, everyone that walks and breathes and talks like you, they have a purpose. We all serve a purpose to one another. You know what I'm saying? Whether we know it or not, or whether we activate that purpose, or whether we want to use that purpose, we all serve a purpose to one another, man. We all connected. You know what I'm saying? You know, we all connected. I want some of my spiritual brothers, man, to tap in, man. I want some of my spiritual brothers to talk about this mycelium connection. Talk about the interworkings of the universe and the spiritualism, and get off into the physics and talk about how that energy and all that shit resonates with each other and with us. You know what I'm saying? So, because we all connected. We hear these terms of 6 degrees of separation. You know what I'm saying? How I'm just one or two people from knowing whoever, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's real, and that's real spit, you know, that's it's truth in that, it's truth in that speech. You know what I'm saying? It's truth in that speech. Um, Man, since I've been started this journey, as far as podcasting, as far as being an internet personality, or I don't want to say internet personality, but podcaster or content creator, whatever people want to call it. I done ran into a few people. Big ups to brother Unwrap. You know what I'm saying? I met this brother off another show, and the brother didn't frequent our channel a few times. I got mm, um a family member of mine that actually has been on his brother's show, didn't even know it. He was like, "Man, you know that brother?" I'm like, "No, I don't know that brother." But he was like, "Man, well, my homie was on his show and I was on the show with my homie and woo, woo. Like, man, like so, that connection and again, big ups to Rouse, man. I'm gonna get with that brother and I'm gonna work with that brother, man. That brother want to do some work with us over here on this channel. So we most definitely gonna do that, man. We definitely gonna work with that brother. Man, y'all, man, I just been working trying to build it up, man. And networking and building the brand, man. I know sometimes we get wild here on the channel, man. When L Boogie in the building, L Boogie ain't in the building tonight. I miss L Boogie, man. But I just want to let the people know, man. We try to offer and bring a different flavor, man. Sometimes, the flavor might be like how it is tonight. It might be subtle. It might be but hold on. Anytime L Boogie is in the building, though, it's always great discourse. Not that I'm dipping the disclaimer from my boy. You know what I'm saying? It just get a little bit more upscale and a little bit more wild. And some people, might tend not to, man, look, I'm rocking with him, man. If I wasn't rocking with him, he wouldn't be here with me. You feel me? That's the fam. And then again, we got people from all walks of life. People feel different things. People experience different things. People express themselves in different ways. I had to learn. Well, I ain't gonna say I had to learn that, but I had to get over the fact, especially like when I started this channel. I'm saying, not saying that I got on my feelings, but sometimes when we say certain things, people may not like the things that we say, and they might leave. Um, I just had to put my real life experience or my real life mantra that I go by. I had to put that into this. Like, fuck it. I don't care. Keep going, keep growing, keep doing what you're doing. It's people that put worse content out here. You know, the things that come out my mouth or the things that L Boogie might say or the things that Roscoe P might say ain't no worse than anybody being at the crib saying what the hell they want to say. Or ain't no worse than Trump getting up here saying what he want to say, or Kamala Harris or any other politician or any other preacher or pastor or any other celebrity or any other regular person that just might have a platform where they can get up here and say what the hell they want to say. You know what I'm saying? We're no different than that. So, man, but again, back to the support, man. Like Club can't get in and say, man, we got people out here in the younger generation, man, that feel that way. And again, I don't see how when we have so many people in our life, man, that helps us, that motivates us, that inspires us, that supports us to get away from some of the things that we like, especially your mom, man. You know, especially your mom. Now I get it. My mom ain't my homeboy. You know what I'm saying? And my mother's support might not be, what I'm saying, my homie support. I get that. But it's still support nonetheless. So you know what I'm saying? Like, so if your mama's supporting, you gonna sit here and tell mom, look, man, you jogging or you glazing mama, you know what I'm saying? I don't need you riding me like that. I don't need you pause. I don't need you all in my, you know what I'm saying? No, man, mama gonna support. And I believe a lot of youth don't understand that, man. I just had a situation personally. Um, um, happened, a couple of weeks ago with a situation, man. And I don't think the youth understand and now, don't get me wrong. Disrespect is disrespect, and disrespect shouldn't be tolerated, in no shape, way, form, or fashion. Whether you're a child, whether you're an adult, whether you're middle age, or whether you're old age, I get that. But sometimes, when we're dealing with situations like that, it's easier, or it's best to just sometime walk away or get away or step back from that, and then come back and have a different reproach. You know what I'm saying, or a different approach to the situation. And then you got to know your people and know who you're dealing with too. You know what I'm saying? Do your experiences, especially if it's a loved one and if someone that's always been supportive, and then now just this day, this person is being too much. You gotta know how to just step. Okay, well, you too much. Look, you're gonna be too much today, man. Look, you're gonna be too much by yourself. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean that you gonna always be this way. Now, am I gonna ask myself, well, why the hell you acting like this now? Yeah, but shit, people change. People go through moods. People be who they are. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes shit, I might wake up and I might not be who I am. I might have a bad day. I might be the one. You know what I'm saying? People sitting here talking about, well, damn, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on with you? But hell, like I say, man, it's people, man. But yeah, but all 2025 and like I say, man, infinity, man. Deuce in the quarters. And what I said the other day, man, 2+4 of them things. Hey, big ups to Fox Down, man, for that 60-25 Lucius reference that the brother told us about. It's a Masonic reference. I appreciate that brother from dropping that gem. You know what I'm saying? That was real interesting. It was, you learn something new every day, you know? But yeah, man. What's going on, man? We got a few people in the building, man. Don't be scared to say what's up in the chat, man. Y'all more than likely. Y'all more than welcome to come on the stream with me, man, and talk with your boy, Rapper Taste, man. Go get your popcorn, your pop, and take your little breaks, man. Go use the washroom. Come on back. Hey, do me a favor though, y'all. The people that I got on the stream, man.
Like the video, man. Thumb up the video, man. Like the video, man. Thumb up the video, man.
Yeah, most definitely. Like the video and thumb it up. Hey, so y'all. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got here. Let's see. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got here, y'all. Hey, this is crazy. Ricky Smiley, man. I know y'all know who Ricky Smiley is. I like Ricky Smiley, man. Even though excuse me, I ain't starting no trouble, no mess, man. Well, I don't know them brothers. I can't start no trouble, no mess anyway. But you know, dog this phone. Hold on. Y'all, I gotta get me a man. So I actually broke my phone, man, and got a new screen. And ever since I got this new screen on my phone, it's been wild crazy. Wild crazy. But check this out, y'all. Ricky Smiley learned that he has 5-year-old twin daughters around the anniversary of his son's death. Crazy. Says Ricky Smiley is opening up about a surprise of expanding his family in the wake of his son's death. During an interview on the I'm sorry, on the Smitty and D podcast released Friday, the comedian and radio personality revealed that he is the father of identical twin daughters. He said the first time I saw the son again, Smiley 56 told host Tony D. During that dark hour, the sun came back out. It said Smiley's son, Brandon Smiley, died January 2023. The 32-year-old who struggled with substance abuse reportedly died of a fentanyl and ethanol toxicity, according to the People magazine. Young folks, man. Listen, man. I know, man. Man, we might be up here doing what we do, man, and I know y'all might see us up here, man. But listen, leave the drugs alone, leave the opiates alone. Hey, man, I actually got a presentation on my show, man. I can't think about what episode it is. I had the doctor on here, man, and she gave a great opioid addiction presentation, man. And she was talking about the narcos and things of that nature that you can, what I'm saying, adjust in their nose if they suffering from an overdose or things of that nature. So man, it's important, man. Learn about this, man. Listen, because that is heavy in our community. That drug usage is heavy in our community, especially now with our young folks, and they getting off into these pills and they getting off into this other shit that's out here in the world that's going on, man. These young folks, it's an epidemic with this shit. But you know what I'm saying? So yeah, but Ricky Smiley's son struggled with that, man, and respects to the brother and condolences for losing his son. I know that's hard, man. Losing a child can be hard. Losing anybody can be hard. You know what I'm saying? Most definitely losing anybody can be hard. So it says Smiley said that he learned about his twin daughter shortly after the 1-year anniversary of his daughter's death. The Ricky Smiley Morning Show host said that an ex-girlfriend informed him his paternity after a court visit with her former partner, the girl's presumed father. Revealed Smiley was the twins' biological parent. We dated after she ended the relationship, Smiley explained. Come to find out, I have beautiful 5-year-old identical twin daughters that I am head over heels in love with. That's crazy, man. Like, that's crazy. So, like, I got a question. And I never like to turn this shit against men against women. But now we only going off what he said. So now he's saying that, it was the breakup was mutual or whatever. Well, he ain't saying it like, but from the article, we can just assume that this was a mutual, you know what I'm saying, separation or whatever the case may be. Everybody got a pass. I ain't knocking nobody, man. Motherfuckers got kids. We ain't knocking nobody. But why did it take a year for this woman to go have a paternity test to realize that the person who she thought was the kid's father wasn't the kid's father? Like, I don't understand. And I know you get the cases where women don't know they're pregnant or whatever the case may be and whoop the band. See, that's why, on not this Saturday, but last Saturday, Dr. D and Dr. Crackback prescribed that, when you're in relationships, man, we really do advise that ones take that time. Take that time. You know what I'm saying? Take that time to revitalize and re-energize yourself. You know what I'm saying? Take that time to get back in tune into you. You know what I'm saying? Like, because don't get me wrong, man. People gonna be people. People gonna do what they do. I'm not knocking how nobody live, man. You know what I'm saying? Because we all live when we all do shit, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's real shit. We all do shit, man. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't get up here. If y'all was to ask me a personal question and I wanted to respond, I'm gonna give y'all the truth. Or if I'm telling a story about an experience of shit that didn't happen to me in my life, I'm gonna give y'all the truth. I'm gonna tell you 100 how it was. You know what I'm saying? Now sometimes, for the sake of the show, sometimes, motherfucker play the devil's advocate. I might be on this side or I might be on that side, or you know what I'm saying? Or whatever the case may be. But if it's a direct experience or a direct question involving me, I'm gonna tell you how I feel. So I'm only saying that to say, listen, I know it's a lot of situation and variables that can go on. So now, I mean, I'm not knocking it. I ain't speaking bad about the woman, but who knows? Because you know what I'm saying, again, he happy the brother got 5-year-old twins, you know what I'm saying? He back reinvested with some daughters that he didn't know he had. That's a beautiful fucking thing. That's a blessing. You know what I'm saying? I encourage that blessing. And I'm glad the brother found out that he has some twin daughters. Now I don't know how this affected his life, or if he or if he's currently in a relationship and how that might work out. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, if he is, you know what I'm saying, it's understandable. You know what I'm saying? Because he didn't know. You know what I'm saying? So since he didn't know, man, hopefully, since he didn't know, hopefully it won't be no backlash behind that. I don't know if he married or nothing like that, man. I personally don't uh follow your brother like that. Hey man, but if y'all want to listen, if y'all want to check that episode out about the opioid and addiction, episode 139, man, was the episode where the presentation took place. We had a hiccup in the show, but once we got it together, man, it was a good publication, man. It was a good broadcast. So if y'all want to learn more about the opioid drug addiction and the epidemic that it's causing, you know what I'm saying, worldwide, you know what I'm saying, especially here in Chicago, you know what I'm saying. Go check out episode 139, man, with Dr. House. That was a real informative and good episode. I really enjoyed that episode. For the knowledge base, you know what I'm saying? And also she was a great guest as well. All my guests are great guests, you know what I'm saying? Whether they in house or on stream, y'all, man. I love my people, man. Hey man, big ups to everybody that support me too, man. Big ups to all my followers, fans, viewers, and subscribers, man. Big ups to all my moderators, big ups to the family in the chat, man. Big ups to the people that take the time out their day to come in and sit and chill. Whether you watch 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 minutes, man. Listen. I'm greatly appreciated, man. You know what I'm saying? Listen, all I ask for is the support. You know what I'm saying? All I ask for is support. Hey, and if y'all gonna support, man, most definitely, man, buy your boy a coffee, man. The link is pinned up at the chat, man. Top of the chat, man. Top of the chat. You know what I'm saying? Buy your boy a coffee, man, and a bagel, you know what I'm saying, for in the morning, man, while I go, you know what I'm saying, on my job hunch. You know what I'm saying? I'll be needing that coffee and bagel, man. Make sure y'all hook a brother up, man. I got 2 tiers, man. I got a bronze beer level and a silver beer level if y'all want to be a member. The bronze beard is a $5 membership. The silver beard is a $10 membership. You don't have to subscribe to the membership. You can just donate if you want to donate. You know what I'm saying? But we want members, man. We want members. Come on, sub up. Uh, 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 and become members. Also, man, if you want to support the channel and any of the movements and things that we got going on, man, I started an annual book bag giveaway last year that I'm gonna try to do again this year. I did it last year on my birthday. We're gonna try to do it again this year. So, man, like I say, man, if y'all want to support the channel or any channel event that we have going on, especially if you're here in Chicago, you're more than welcome to come out and enjoy the festivities with us. Or even if you're out of town, man, if you're out of town and you can't come or you want to come, monetarily and you want to help, you're more than welcome to do that, man. You get the Cash App at $BeardedBuckZ with a Z. You get the Cash App at $BeardedBuckZ with a Z. Again, that's $BeardedBuckZ with a Z. Or you get the PayPal. That's PayPal /Arthur32sp@gmail.com. Again, that's PayPal /Arthur32sp@gmail.com. Or you can hit the Buy Me a Coffee link at the top of the chat, man, and support your boy, support the channel, man. Support HBY, support everything that we got going on here out here in Chicago, man. We're trying to change the narrative. We're trying to push something different, man. We're trying to show the kids that it's a better way, you know what I'm saying, and show them different avenues and perspectives about life. So, man, yeah, most definitely, man, support. Or like, guess what? If you ain't got no money, man, the best way you can support is come on in. You know what I'm saying? Sub up to the channel, come in the chat. If you got something to say, speak your piece. If you want to come on the platform, you're more than welcome, man. The link is in the chat. I post the link throughout the chat periodically, just in case someone wants to come in and participate, or if you got something to say. If you want to speak on or against any of the topics of discussion that we have up here on the platform, you're more than welcome to come on. Or if you just want to give your 2 cents, your penny, or your idea, you're more than welcome. Also, man, don't forget to check us out on Fridays, y'all. We do a music show on Fridays. We do a music show on Fridays, man. Bearded Studios, Real MCs Talk. We've been kicking it off for the past, what, I want to say maybe 4 Saturdays, 5, 6 Saturdays, man. We've been going strong with guests. Big ups to brother P Notes, who's been a guest on the show. Big ups to Demond Dushan. Big ups to Oxen Music. Big ups to Coach Ricky, man. We done had a few guests on, man. All talented people. All good music. So hey, anybody out there, man, make sure y'all go. Excuse me, all music streaming platforms. Make sure y'all go check out P Notes. Get on his YouTube page. Make sure y'all go check out Demond Deshaun, man, on all music streaming platforms, man. Go check out his YouTube page. Coach Ricky, go check out his YouTube page. Oxen Music, man. His music is streaming on all music streaming platforms. Go check him out. Go check him out. Go check out his YouTube page. And come back and let us know if you like the music, man. You know what I'm saying? Let us know if you like the music. So this Friday, man, I got a guest for y'all. You know what I'm saying? I got a guest for y'all. I gotta see if the brother is gonna be able to come on via StreamYard. So we by Wednesday I should be letting y'all know who the guest is, so y'all can be tuning in for Friday to be looking forward to, towards the guest. So and the next guest, the next couple of guests that we're gonna have up, man, they're actually gonna be from the city. So we encourage and we employ and we support, and we want to help push, man, our local Chicago artists, our local Chicago people. You know what I'm saying? We want to help push that. So that's what we do on Fridays. You know what I'm saying? So make sure y'all tuning in and supporting your boy on Fridays, man. But again, like I say, man, if you can't support monetarily, man, if you can't buy your boy a coffee and that breakfast bagel sandwich, man, all I need is for you to watch. All I need for you is sub up, man. Just come through and just chit chat with your boy every now and again. You know what I'm saying? You're more than welcome to do so, man. Hey, so that link is in the chat again. This is an open platform, open forum. That link is in the chat. Now, my topic of discussion for today, man, is continuous procrastination and therapy. I was on the show. Young lady asks, was it a young lady or a young man? Not sure, but anyway, the question was asked about therapy, and do we think that we should partake in therapy? Of course, I agreed. We talk about that a lot here on this platform. And it was a young lady. Oh man, big ups to Coach Ferg, man. Big ups to Next Level. Big ups to the Freezy channel. Yeah, Next Level, Just Jay, big ups to Narrative Dialogues, Kwafi, JT, you know what I'm saying? It was some good conversation that we had over there on the Freezy channel. Big ups to all them, man. We was talking about therapy, and I do believe that therapy can be good. And Just Jay broke it down and expounded a little bit more about. I mean, the people on the panel, we knew, but I like her break. I loved her breakdown and the way she, encourage ones to actually seek not to actually seek therapy, but to not take therapy as, you're going there just to have a motherfucker listen to your problems and listen to you just spill the beans. No, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot that come with it. And a lot of people some people said no, some people said 50-50. But again, that therapy is a controlled environment where not only does that person listen to you, you set goals with this individual. Not only does this individual learn you, you learn this individual. And just don't go out here and get any therapist, y'all. Make sure y'all do y'all listen. Y'all know what it is on Bearded Conversation, man. Make sure y'all do y'all due diligence. Make sure y'all do your proper vetting. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all listen, because you got to be comfortable with the person that you're trying to talk. You don't want to just go to anybody and then you're uncomfortable with this person. So, maybe go see if this person has some free consultation or a free session and build a vibe or aura and see how that work before you choose the person that you know what I'm saying, want to decide to divulge and give your life story to, because I know a lot of times, man. Listen, so we give out this misnomer that therapy is shunned in the community because we don't think it's for us. Um, but why? Why don't we think therapy is for us? We talk a lot about mental health, you know what I'm saying? In previous publications, Brother Fox, that came on and broke down the DSM-5. We looked it up, we read about it. We talked about different types of mental illnesses, safe places, you know what I'm saying, happy places and things of that nature. And like I tell you guys, man, this is my therapy. You know what I'm saying? Just getting up here talking and just being able to express myself with you guys and talk to you guys, or just talk period, even if no one's here. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure to still be viewed, and you know, and even within the chat, when I get the response back from the chat, when the chat, they come in and they talk to me and they give their opinions, and they say some of the things that they say, and it gives me a different perspective. And big ups to Fox, when he says I never thought about it like that. I get a lot of that with my chat. I get a lot of thought provoking um, differences in understandings, things of that nature. I get a lot of that. So you're just like, I never thought about it like that. And I like that. I like the fact that I can come back and be like, well, damn, you know what? Well, shit, he might or she might be right, or they might be right. You know what I'm saying? Like, but why do we not seek therapy? So are we embarrassed? Do we think that we shouldn't tell other people our business? No, because we get that a lot in our community. Mind your damn business. You know what I'm saying? Why you so nosy? You know what I'm saying? You got your hand in somebody else's cookie jar. Even with, you know what I'm saying? Big ups to club can't get in. Even with that stand in your lane shit. You know? That psychological, them psychological constraints, man, and when L Boogie was talking about the amount of money that's put into the systematic destruction and downfall of the melanated brothers and sisters, uh, uh, from the environment, from the social constructs that's been given to us, from the lack of economical development that we seem to can't achieve, or we seem due to our environment to stay in a certain circle. Um, Therapy, like I said, because talking to y'all is my therapy. But would I seek out an actual therapist or actual person to go talk to? Yes, I would. Yes, I would. I haven't, but I would. I know people personally that's close to me that goes to therapy or that has a therapist, and I never thought that this person would do these type of things. You know what I'm saying? Um, don't get me wrong. Talking to each other is cool and fine and dandy as well. And I believe effective. I always talk about effective communication. I just literally just typed that on someone else's platform earlier today. Effective communication, especially not only when we're dealing with the youth, but when we're dealing with each other. Effective communication is so important. You know, um, and I'm not going to say that with effective communication we can weed out therapy, or we don't have to have therapy. Sometimes you don't get that effective communication amongst each other or amongst certain groups of people. So it's good that you can have a person or persons, from both spectrums, via male and female, that can understand some of the things you're going through. Now, I also heard this. A lot of times people say, well, why am I going to sit up and talk to a fucking therapist? Because guess what? 9 times out of 10, this person ain't had the same experiences I had. This person ain't lived like I had. And I get it. I get it. Especially like because, and again, that's where the due diligence and the vet come in. If I'm going to talk, I don't know. But if I'm going to talk to or going to seek some therapists about my children, and this person ain't had a child to discipline a child, or never been in certain scenarios with a child and having to deal with children besides maybe a child sitting on his couch and him giving or her giving a psychological eval, you know what I'm saying? But besides that, to deal with that on a day-to-day basis, you know what I'm saying? Or to deal with, or and not saying that this person couldn't help, but this person couldn't be a great liaison, and to get you to reach a certain goal or a certain plateau within your life to the point where you can get past this obstacle or get past this certain situation that you and another person or you and your child or for any reason that you're in therapy for. Not saying that they can't help you get past that, but I'm just saying, some of the misnomers or not misnomers, or maybe some of the reasons why we don't seek therapy. We always got that way, it ain't for us, but why isn't it for us? That's the deep rooted question. Why do people say it's not for? Don't give me that. What therapy ain't for black? No, don't say that. Why do you think therapy isn't for? Is it that because you're embarrassed to go talk about the things that you doing? You know what I'm saying? Or do you not feel comfortable with telling your business because all our lives we've been told stop being nosy, mind your damn business, stay in your lane. Sometimes staying in your lane ain't always a good thing. Sometimes it's a great thing. Sometimes it's not. And then don't get me wrong, I do understand it because I encourage people to stay in their lane. Because sometimes when you veer off and you get in somebody else motherfucking lane, you know what I'm saying? Especially when you're on the highway, especially if you don't use them turn signals. If you ain't using that turn signal, you trying to dip real quick, you know what I'm saying? And then sometimes you ain't always, you ain't always got that peripheral on point like how it's supposed to be. So sometimes if you dipping or you swerving or whatever the case may be, now I ain't gonna say swerve, you might make a dip without hitting that turn signal. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't got your peripheral at 100. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? You might clip something, or you might be trying to get over the motherfucker, might be shooting up, boom, and then it's a wreck. You feel me? Or whatever the case may be. So, staying in your lane, I get it. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't just trying to make that highway analogy of being directly on the highway. That's in the street. You feel? In anything that you do, any any walk of life that you participate in, any experience that you have in your life, it's always a lane that you should stay in. Especially if something ain't for you. If it's not for you, it's not for you. You know, you know, just like I was on a panel with a brother, man, I asked the question, man, well, what if I needed this help? What if I'm seeing you do these things and I needed you? And he was like, well, I wouldn't help you. I'll send you to another person. You know what I'm saying? And at first it kind of threw me off. At first it was kind of alarming. But as the conversation went on and as we build and as the panel grew, um, as far as entrusting the conversation with each other, we were able to open up and understand everybody's different understanding and experiences and the reasons why they choose to do the things that they do, and that's okay because guess what? When I first heard it, I mistook it for the wrong thing. But now you got to think about this. Well, I had to think about this. Well, if I'm looking up to this person, I might not necessarily, I might not can necessarily choose the person who I want to help me. If that makes any sense. Even if I see a person that's doing what I want to achieve or doing something that's inspiring to me, and if I'm looking and then I just happen to go up to this person that maybe that person doesn't know how to reciprocate or show or be that person to really lead me into being my best. But that person can still be an example of what I can achieve or an example of something that I can work to be my best. You know what I'm saying? So if that person can lead me to somewhere else for someone else to facilitate the growth within me, yeah, and I can still have a visual of this person doing what he does, that him sending me or her sending me somewhere, that's also a blessing within itself. You know what I'm saying? In a way, I had to, come to grip with and say, never thought about it like that. You know what I'm saying? Because initially, when you hear, someone say, "Well, I'm gonna see you somewhere else to turn down the help," at first, right offhand, it was kind of, but it's like, oh no, well, it ain't that he ain't trying to help; it's that he know that he's standing in his lane. He knows that, maybe, or she knows that maybe. Well, look, this ain't the type of help or the type of, what I'm saying, that I can give you, but I can lead you to somewhere else, and I can show you who helped me. But whereas that to the point where I might not be able not to help you, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, so but therapy, man, we need to get over a lot of these misnomers. We need to lose a lot of this. Diablo, what's going on? We need to lose a lot of this. It's hard to talk to people and minding our business. And man, if you need therapy, man, go get it. Go get it. And a lot of times, a lot of that shit stems from the procrastination that I was talking about because we procrastinate on a lot of things, man. Diablo in the building, my boy, Diablo. Yeah, but that continuous procrastination, man. We might want to do shit. Sometimes we might want to go to therapy, or we might want to do this, or we might want to change, or we might be looking to do something different with our lives. But shit, guess what? Due to the fact that we are a procrastinating people, as far as in modern times, I know procrastination been around forever, but in today's society, procrastination is ridiculous, man. You know, we got to cut that out too, man. That constant, continuous procrastination. We need to cut that out. Even within myself, y'all. And I talked about this, y'all, when I was writing my little this is Miss Gigi that rubbed off on me. When I was writing my business plan for the non for profit, so that I could submit and get grants and things of that nature. Man, I procrastinated when I seen how many pages I had to produce. Not saying that I couldn't produce those pages. It was just like, damn, like what the, like man. But and guess what? So I called myself, y'all, just buckling down, doing it, and was like, okay, well, I'm gonna cut these. I ain't finna necessarily do. Guess what? I still wind up consciously while I'm consciously trying to cut down and lessen the workload, I actually exceeded the workload without even knowing it. So sometimes that procrastination can slow us down and stop us from being our best selves. You know what I'm saying? When there's no bullshit, no man. Listen, y'all, no, hey, that procrastination can slow you down, bro. That procrastination, man, it'll mess you up. It'll slow you up. It'll hinder you. With procrastination within itself is an obstacle that we need to learn how to overcome. That's an obstacle that we need to know. It's getting hot in here. Hold on, y'all. Let me take this out. Let me take it out. Pause. Yeah, but procrastination within itself, man, is a obstacle that a lot of us don't know how to jump over. That's a hurdle that we don't know how to jump over. And that's something that we need to learn how to do. I wish I knew. I do. Man, big ups to L Boogie, man, for hooking me up, man. I was looking kind of rough out here in these streets, man. L Boogie hooked your boy up, man. I got a few what's the word I'm looking for? A few things I gotta do this week. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to scare nobody. I can be looking all rough and raggedy out here. You know what I'm saying? So man, big ups to my boy L Boogie, man, the co-host, for hooking me up and getting me together. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, but procrastination, man, that's an obstacle within itself, man. That I think we need to try to find solutions to overcome. For me, so I just buckled down and said, "Fuck it, I got to do it. So let me do it." I was tired of procrastinating. I can't even get the word out now. Procrastinating. I needed something to be done. Um, I was asking for help. I had people say, "Well, I ain't finna do this for you, but I'll give you this or I'll send you that." Not saying that I wanted anybody to do anything for me. People always listen, when you ask for help, why do people always assume the damn worst when you asking for something, bro? Either you're gonna help or you're not gonna help. You know what I'm saying? Period. Point blank, man. You know what I'm saying? Damn, I ain't I'm listen, for me, I don't know how nobody else, but if I'm asking for help, I'm not gonna dictate the way you help me. You know what I'm saying? I might give a mere suggestion on how to help me, but I'm not going to dictate the way you help. You know what I'm saying? So, and I believe that's in the defense too. I believe people do that shit because they really don't want to help, or you know what I'm saying. Anyway, but yeah. So my question to the chat is, or my question to my people today is, what are some of the solutions that we can do, or what are some of the things that we can try to do um, to get rid of procrastination in our lives? Besides setting goals, like let's get back into vision boards. So how about vision? Let's get back into vision boards. How about placing vision boards back up? You know what I'm saying? And writing things out on the calendar. You know, this day I'm doing this. This today I'm gonna do that. Wednesday I'm gonna do that. Thursday I'm gonna do that. Friday I'm gonna do that. Saturday I'm gonna do that. Sunday I'm gonna do these few things. You know what I'm saying? And try and we can start small, man. Each day of the week get a calendar, man. You know, it's a box. Each day of the week, man, we can write one thing inside of that calendar and achieve that one thing that's
Like the
inside of that
video
calendar.
man, thumb up the video
You know,
man. Like the video
we can
man,
start
thumb up
there.
the video
And then
man.
maybe, you know what I'm saying, we can maybe add another thing. You know what I'm saying? Maybe go maybe 2 weeks with doing those one things faithfully, continuously, constantly, you know what I'm saying, religiously, um, and hitting our marks. And then maybe add, excuse me, two things on Monday, two things on Tuesday, two things on Wednesday, and so on and so forth. And it can be small or big goals. And let's try to achieve those things. And then that way, you know, we'll come back at the end of the month, you know, and we'll look at all the things that we have wrote down, you know what I'm saying, inside of our calendar. And let's see how many of those things we achieve. Now, subconsciously, yeah, you might achieve these things because guess what? You didn't wrote them down. So now you looking forward, or you looking toward to actually try to make some type of commitment to even attempt to, you know, do some of the shit. But that's a way. You know what I'm saying? Writing is writing, you know, start like I say, start small with a calendar and write some things down. You know what I'm saying? Oh, okay. We got next level. What's going on, brother? How you feel?
What's up? What's up, man? I had to come in and show a little love to you, man.
Yeah, what's going on, man? Right now, I'm talking about procrastination, brother, and some of the solutions that we could bring um, to fix the procrastinating process. So, you know, like I say, you know, start small, like you know, get a calendar. You know, you write things down on a calendar or a little checklist. Just make a checklist for yourself, and you know, I was telling the people maybe the next week, maybe add another thing on the calendar. And you know, and try to keep it going that way, and try to reach our marks and try to reach our targets.
Oh yeah,
Oh
that's
yeah,
that's that's good
that's
right there.
good right there.
Yeah, but you know, but like I said, subconsciously, we go so subconsciously we gonna do those things because we wrote them down. Well, not everybody, but usually when a person writes something down, they usually tend to try to stick to it because they can see it every day. But so I how do we do that once we take that calendar away? How do we continue that though? I mean, it's a start to get us pushing forward, but you know, I want to try to find a solution to actually once that calendar is gone, or once you're not consciously thinking about trying to reach your goal, or to not be lazy. Like, how do we get out of that, man? What can we do? You know, as adults, I know I like to talk about the youth a lot, but if I can't fix me, I'm not gonna be able to get out here and be able to help nobody else. So, you know, as an adult, like, what are some of the things, bro? What do you think we should do?
Uh,
Uh,
do I got an
do I
echo?
got an echo?
No, bro, you good.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Well, it's some things. I don't know if a lot of people have heard of this, but it's called a theory of change.
Hmm.
And the three major concepts to the theory of change is like driving forces, restraining forces, and like equilibrium.
Hmm.
And like for us, the driving forces is things that will push in a direction that causes change to occur. And for us, the restraining forces, those are things that counter driving forces, things that hinder that might hinder like shift you to change because they will push you in the opposite direction. And then equilibrium is a state of being where driving forces equals the restraining forces and no change occurs. But I think people need to really be able to want to make the change first. And that's the thing that a lot of people like battle with, because they might say, oh, they want different, but they really don't take those necessary steps.
Yeah, well, that's true. So just like within the therapy, because we was talking about the therapy the other day, and I touched on this as well. So, and I was asking the people, like, I think it's more than a deeply rooted problem. Besides saying that, we always say, "Oh man, that ain't for black folk." No, 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 no. You can't say that ain't for black. But like, what is the? Are we embarrassed? Like you said, like sometimes we don't want to change. Like, or is it the misnomers that we grow up with? Well, mind your business and stay in your lane, and you shouldn't be doing this and you shouldn't be doing that. Like these are the reasons that I believe that we don't want to go through these therapy, or we don't want to try to make these commitments and these changes. I had a brother come on the show and say, "Man, we complacent or we're comfortable,
Yeah.
or we mistake our happiness for comfortability." You know what I'm saying? So whatever they give us, whatever we receive from them, we comfortable. So now we thinking we happy because they giving us bits and pieces. They ain't, you know what I'm saying? They chopping up this steak, but they feeding you the little tidbits. You know what I'm saying? And they keeping the best part of
I mean, yeah, you right.
it.
I think what you said, what you said, the brother said, a lot of people be
Complacent. Where they well, he said a lot of people are comfortable with being happy.
yeah. I mean, he kind of hitting it right there, because that goes to stagnation. Like a lot of people are stagnant. Like, or like you say, comfortable. You get comfortable, like with, like, I don't even want to say the bare minimum, but like, I
We
guess,
get comfortable with the bare minimum, brother. Yes, that's what he meant. We get comfortable with the bare minimum.
yeah, yeah.
And we take that, bro, and we take that bare minimum, and guess what? Now we happy. Now we're complacent. Now we're compliant. Now we don't want to move forward. You know what I'm saying? And that's another cause of our procrastination, because now we think, okay, well, I got this. Well, why the hell do I want to even try to do anything else or anything better? Shit, they gave me this. Let me take this and no, that's no. That's not how we gonna build. That's not how we gonna get out of, the problems that we in. Like how you asked the question the other day when I was on the panel with you about what are some of the things that we can do economically. When I say the communal buying, listen, I know it's hard to get. Listen, man, who don't know it's hard to get bro? We know it's hard to get people to do shit together. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't. I try not to preach unity, even though I know it's an essence, and it's something that's needed. But I try to bring people together in relation to a commonality, a common goal. If we can find a common goal and stay convicted and committed to that, that'll bring the unity. But we can't even find, man. Bro, if I say the sky is blue and we all look up and it's blue, we gonna have 30 motherfuckers say it's yellow, orange, blue, and green. We can't never agree to we can't even agree to disagree on nothing. That's crazy. That's crazy. But
but yet that's true though. But it's crazy how we can. You said you don't like to use the whole unity thing, but how come we can unify for entertainment purposes? We can unify for sports. We can unify for reality TV shows. We can unify for even coming together on YouTube, but we can't unify on something good, like for the better us as a whole. That be the
yeah,
problem.
yeah. I mean, I believe we can, but that's why I say I try to start small, like with the with just trying to find a common goal, man. A common interest that we all got, with
Yeah.
together, and build upon that. And you're right though, bro. Like, well, if it's a major sporting event, you know how many motherfuckers get together, bro, and let's throw a party. And now we together at a party. Or if I pop up somewhere and I got a bottle and I got some smoke, guess what? Everybody want to participate. But when I say, well, look, man, this young girl just got hit by a car, or this young man just got jumped at his high school, and I say, well, come on, man, we finna go up here and we finna stand out here for a couple of hours and make sure these kids get home. Man, you know how many people go? Everybody got something to do. It's always an excuse. But then when it's your child, now you want to try to participate. Or when it's someone you know, now you want to try to participate. When I was trying to get you to participate in the first place, and this shit probably never would have happened.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm not saying things don't happen, bro. We know things gonna happen. We know some things are innate. We don't control. We're a force. We're not a control. Well, we are a controlling force on this planet, but we're by us being so separate and divided, what I'm saying, we're not a controlling force, if that makes any sense. We can be a controlling force, but we're not.
Yeah, that's why I often speak on. I mean, even on that panel that you was on, like I was speaking on like-minded individuals. You know what I'm saying? Like people with the same mindset or even somewhat of the same goals. Because I know probably as a whole collective, everyone can't come together, but if you can come together like with people with the same mindset or somewhat of the same type of goals in mind, like that can go far.
That can go real far. And I also told my people today that I had to take a step back. I got a moderator. He always says this. Big ups to my boy Fox Dot. He always says this. When you're talking to people, and sometimes, I know, how we are. Sometimes we tend to say, well, let's agree to disagree. He came with something, and he was like this: if you in a situation where you going back and forth with someone, instead of not trying to hear him or not trying to let that person hear you, sit back and be like, I never thought about it like that. Sit back and open up your mind and be receptive to what someone's saying. Even if you don't agree, still try to be receptive, because guess what? You can still find a piece of a gem, a piece of a joy. It might not be that whole diamond, but that little bitty piece of diamond, that little bitty piece of sapphire, emerald, whatever it is, it's valuable.
I totally agree with that. I totally
You
agree.
know, valuable. I had to come to grips with JT when JT was like, he had sent him the fur, because guess what? That still has a place in society as well. You know what I'm saying? Where, because that's hard to do too, bro. A lot of people, if they know someone that can help you, especially with this youth, bro. I done had young brothers come up here, man, and he told me that his group thinks that when they supporting you, or when they doing something for you, or when you helping and you looking out for other people, he said it's called dick riding, it's called glazing, it's called, man, all type of shit he was talking. And I'm like, what? That's insane. So I commend JT, because, bro, that's hard to do sometimes, to even say, well, look, I can't help you, but I know someone who can help you. It's just I had to I had to reel it in, and we had to gain trust in the conversation and the discourse that we's having, and we all opened up a little bit more, and I understood what he meant by, well, look, I do help people, but
I mean, honestly and truly, like I fuck with JT. That's my boy. Like we always butt heads, like always.
mm, yeah,
But
yeah, but
I can't understand what he was saying, because how can you say you help people but you don't want to help the youth? Like how can
yeah,
you say, I help and I talk to veterans, but you don't want
mm,
to talk to the youth? The
that
youth
was
is the
crazy.
future, like.
Yeah, that was crazy when I asked him a question about, if I was a young YN and I came to you and I seen you doing good, and I seen you and I was observing you doing what I want to do, even if it wasn't what I was doing at that time. If I observed you doing something that I want to aspire to be, why would you send me to someone? I mean, again, nothing wrong with it. If you can help me, I want you to try to get me to someone. But again, initially, why wouldn't you be that starting point for me? That's all I was trying to get him to understand. I'm not saying that you have to continue and constantly and keep moving but why wouldn't you be that
Exactly.
start?
I think it was how he was saying it too, because he was saying it like completely brushed the motherfucker off, like fuck them, and all that.
Yeah.
But
Mm,
it didn't sit well with me, because that same person that you probably shun, that's really looking for help, he can come back and and like, okay, what if I'm really trying to change my life? I'm really trying to do this, and I'll come to you for advice, and you like, oh, like brush me off type shit, motherfucker might, shit, man, I'm gonna rob this motherfucker, or whatever the case may be. I'm just
Yeah,
saying,
yeah, for real, for real.
cause it
And
can
that's
come off like a brush off, like you pushed me away, like.
yeah, that's why I asked him what I asked him, bro. And then when I made the statement, like when I started having kids, it changed my understanding, bro. Because, and not only when I started having kids, but when coaching the football and coaching sports, bro, you see a lot of you see things that you have experienced in your own life, and you see things that you haven't experienced in your life, and it's like people really do this to kids. People really live like this for themselves. People are really this fucking way. Like I just can't see it in me, bro. Even if I didn't, I just can't see it in me not to no, not a child, not someone that can't help themselves. I would never do that, But I mean, I get
Cause,
it though.
cause that's why I asked him about far as like him growing up too, like, cause like that's not how you was when you grew up. But he was like, yeah, well, shit, I was mostly like my uncles, But now let's keep it real. Back in the day, like if you got in trouble at school, the teacher might whoop you, then your neighbor might get to you. You gonna catch a couple whoopings before you even get home. Everybody
Facts,
looked out for everybody, you
facts.
know, like. Like I don't be getting what a lot of people be saying, and then these be the same people that be, yeah, I'm pro. Let's just say I'm pro black or whatever, but you don't, but you only think about yourself and your family. How can you say you pro anything? You can just say I'm pro family. Then, if that's the case, like
Yeah,
it
yeah.
just, I don't know. It confused me sometimes.
And your point to where he when he was talking about man, woman, and child, I don't think no one on the panel disagreed with that. But to your point, when you was like, well, look, how can we start there? And especially on my publications on my channel, man, don't get me wrong, I love people. I'm all about everybody. But more especially my melanated brothers and sisters, man, this is a journey that I want to take with them. This is a nation building and empowerment and understanding, knowledge, wisdom, and all that good shit that I want to bring to us. If other people flock, I mean, they can flock, but that don't mean they gonna get in the door. You know what I'm saying? I still need to build the foundation with us first. So, like you said, a lot of times that man is not there. So if that man is not there, how can you even say that you are not going to participate in that young brother's life? Because guess what? Like you said, that young brother could be the same young brother that asked you to help. And when you shut him off, he'll rob you fucking blind or blow your fucking head off, bro.
Yeah, like, or let's say you shut him off, and they can deter him to even go worse. Like what I'm saying, like man, this like going that route ain't for me. Like I'm not accepted there. Like I
Yeah,
don't know.
I mean, it's crazy, bro. But and again, though, sometimes I say this too. I say this a lot. With all the social media, with all the internet, with all the resources that we have, because we always say we have the lack of resources, and we do. Again, don't get me wrong, we do. Our resources are shit. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to the melanated community, but again, I believe that's our fault. But even within the lack of the resources, man. But now today, we can't keep saying that shit today. Like these phones, this computer, this internet, the library, which people don't fucking frequent anymore. People barely go to the library, go pick up a book. But all these resources that we do have, bro, it's about the way you utilize. It's about the way you use. It's about the way you set it up. You know what I'm saying? You don't of course, we not looking for nobody to give us an extravagant amount of money so we can just get out of fucking poverty, man. We know that's not going to happen. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? Like I stated earlier, just because I encourage people to play sports, again, I use like I told my people, I use with my boys. You know what I'm saying? I got 7 boys. With my boys, bro, we gonna use that sport so we can get in here and get this miseducation. And once you get this miseducation and you come back to me and you tell me about it, guess what? We gonna re-educate you. And we gonna use my re-education and your miseducation, and we gonna make you a hell of a man. Plus your experiences and the things that you gonna go throughout your motherfucking life. I
Yeah,
mean, it's just how it is, bro.
I
That's
just
just how
think I just think the time that we are living in a more selfish time. We are in a time where a lot of people are antisocial and everything. I remember like when I was growing up, and I'm not even that old. I'm just a little over 30, not that old, still young, But even all the older men, they was guiding the youth, the especially like the young boys and stuff like that. Even crackheads was guiding, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying, but nowadays mostly everybody's about self. It's about self, like, oh, fuck them, I'm self.
Yes. Hey, but speaking of what you just said, bro, I just seen the post, bro. They had some younger folks at a party, and it was some older folks at a party. The older folks were enjoying themselves. You know what the young people was doing? Everybody either they were sitting off in the corner by themselves, or they were in groups, but no one was talking to each other. Everybody, most say about a third had their phones down. The other third was taking selfies, but no one was interacting. No one was talking. No one was dancing. Now this is in a club set. No one was doing. The young folks wasn't doing none of these things to speak to your antisocial. Like, how do you come to a gathering with people and not gather with the damn people? That's crazy, bro. Like, how do you like? And don't get me wrong, man. I love the phones and I love the advancement of technology, but I think we talk about that here on my channel as well too. Sometimes this technology, man, it hurts us more than it helps.
Oh, most definitely, because especially with the youth, because uh they develop like a lot of people have what they like to call social anxiety. Like
Hmm.
okay, let's just say like the youth engagement. Like a lot of youth, they don't even know how to approach women and talk to women. Everything is through apps or
I
like
know.
used to have like pen and pad. I got my pen and pad. I'm finna go to the dance and go get these numbers or whatever. Nowadays I'm in the DM. It's nothing like personal, like face to face and like
Nah.
it's wild.
So, but this is what they say because I didn't actually watch a young brother holler at a chick and he asked for her Instagram.
What's your
I said,
Insta? What's your Insta?
I said, I asked him. I say, man, did you really just ask her for her Instagram? You fucking dingbat. I say, bro, why did you even get the number? I say, you get the number so you can talk to her and get to know her, walk out the bed. He say, no, I do all that through the Instagram. Once I get the Instagram, I just go on her feed. That way I can see where she go, what she do, and da. I say, when he broke it down, it kind of made sense, but I'm like, but that still ain't interpersonal. I say, man, you don't want to hear her voice.
Yeah,
You don't want to
I,
talk to her.
exactly. I wanna, yeah,
Right? Like learning a person through social media apps, bro. You don't get to know that shit is a facade. 9 times out of 10, that person don't even live like that. That's why I can't rock with that, man. Get the number, talk. They don't go out on dates no more, man. You know a date, man. This young guy, he told me, man, a date for them is they both on the phone. Is that honest to God truth, bro? He said they both on the phone. They he at his house. He was like 18. He at his house. She at her house. They both turn on Netflix and they watching the same thing.
yeah. That's they movie night that they doing. I'm like, what?
I didn't think that shit was for real, bro. I didn't no,
Nah, that's a thing. That's a thing. That's a real thing.
bro. Next level. When I tell you I didn't think that shit was for real, bro, until that little boy told me that, bro. I say, no, you ain't. I said, no, you didn't just tell me, bro. You mean, bro, you at your house and she at her house and y'all watching the same damn. Are you serious?
Yeah, we on FaceTime watching the movie together.
I I didn't believe I ain't I wouldn't have believed it if he hadn't told me, bro. I'm like, that's
I thought that was
crazy.
something for the pandemic or something.
Bro, he say this is what they do. See, so they out of touch, man. And that's one of the reasons that drew me to the youth sports is to, teach young men how to deal with problems, teach them how to deal with their anger, teach them how to get over certain things that, they might not necessarily be getting at home. It's not just to be throwing the ball around or just to be out there playing and
Oh
getting
yeah.
physical
I
empowerment.
think coaches play a pivotal part in young men, especially like young melanated men, because like a actual real coach, like not just like X's and O's. I'm gonna show you how to run through the hole, through the A gap or whatever. No, like I'm gonna help guide you through life. I'm like, cause like some of these, like when we speak of melanated people, like let's be clear, like for the most part, like the fathers aren't there, so those coaches can be a pivotal part in their life. Like look at LeBron James. Like would LeBron James be LeBron James without that coach that really played like almost LeBron looked at him like a father almost. He took him into his house and all that type of stuff. But a lot of people don't look at things like that.
Yeah.
I-
Yeah. Man, I don't know. I guess it's, man. I don't know, man. I guess I guess they just think we supposed to stay fucked up. We not supposed to be trying to build and get past. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the detrimental atrocities that's been put forth before us. You know what I'm saying, man? My co-host ain't in the building today, man, but he gave a sermon one day, brother, and and he a fun brother. He was like, man, we just don't know the amount of money that they put into the systematic destruction of our people, man. We just don't
yeah,
know the amount of money that they put into controlling the environments around our people. They just don't know
exactly.
the amount of money that they put into the adaptations. Anytime we adapt to something, bro, they pump billions of dollars into getting us to unadapt to the shit. Listen, I'm not mad at them. I think it's a fucking brilliant strategic plan, bro. They got these think tanks, they put them in places and they work them. You know what I'm saying? And they work them. It's up to us to like I say, and I told everybody this earlier. Man, listen, stop mistreating people. I say we connected. Everybody in this world is connected in some way, shape, form, or fashion. And once you understand that connection and you start resonating that energy, guess what? When we reach these obstacles, these people that's around you that you've been treating like shit or that you have not been paying attention to, these be the same peoples that help you jump over them loops, that help you get over them hurdles, that help you beat them obstacles, that help you run that run and win that race. And we don't think about it like that a lot of times because we don't want to take that accountability and responsibility, and we don't want to be accountable and responsible for each other you know.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, that's totally true.
Yeah, man, man, I just be trying to build, man. Like I say, man, I'm all about love, peace, respect, motivation, and inspiration. That's the components that I try to push here on Bearded Conversation, my channel, man, for the people. And like I say, I love people, man, but I'm all about my melanated brothers and sisters, man. I even asked this one day, bro. I asked, what do you think about this concept? I asked us, what should we call ourselves? Because this black, this African American, all these things that we call each other, it's a social construct that's been put on us by other people. I was asking the people one day, I said, what should we call ourselves? You know what I'm saying? If we had a word to call ourselves, fuck the African, the FBA, like no. Let's get on board with let's get a council of melanated individuals. Let's get a council where we're our elders. I know some people are against tribalism because tribalism they say is what got us into the transatlantic. That's not true. A lot of people don't really know the history and understand what tribalism is. I get it, but what what should we call ourselves, bro? We're like, what should we be doing? And I also said this: should we do away with all religion and let's start over? Let's come up with something more modern. Let's not be Hebrew Israelites. Let's not be Christians. Let's not be Catholics, Protestants, Baptists, Mormons, or whatever hell you thought you was that you was taught that was given to you by somebody. You know what I'm saying? And let's try to come up with something for us. Let's come up with a name for us. Let's give us our own social construct. You know what I'm saying? Let's
Yeah,
find our let's find our own spirituality. You know, and the reason I say our own is because guess what, bro? I do try to practice different African diasporas. I do try to get up into that. But guess what? I ain't never been to Africa. I might be a descendant of that, bro, but I live here. So let's figure out what the fuck we can do for us right now that's conducive to us. You know, we get bro. I just found out, bro. We got ADOSs. African descendants of slave, man, all type of shit out here, bro. The FBAs, the ADOSs, the Aboriginals, the so-called black folks that call themselves American Indians, and every group want to fight for reparations, and we not gonna get, man. It's just so much, bro. It's so much confusion and division, and we take this fucking division, bro, and all we do is perpetuate it. We don't even try to use it to try to come together. We don't say, well, look, let's join this shit and get into this, and on the back end, guess what we doing? We building this, but they don't gotta know this, but we still gonna act like we this. But on the back end, behind closed doors, we building this. So, when it's time to come out, now everybody gonna come out as this while they thinking we this, that, and you know what I'm saying? Like we don't have no think tanks. We don't get, man, bro. But it's coming. I believe it's coming one day. We gonna get better. We gonna get better.
Yeah. I think like when there are things that has been put in place to divide and separate us, like mainly religion. Is there to really separate us, keep us separate. Uh, but far as like what can we call ourselves, that can be something like people as a collective can come together. But that's why I just like to refer as like melanated people, because
Yeah, yeah. Melanated nation.
I don't like to use the word black a lot, because that term was given to us, and if people really want to look at the word black in the dictionary or whatever, like it's like a negative connotation. That's why you see the words like blackball and blacklist and stuff like that. It's like negative. You know what I'm saying?
But see, I don't go off those because when we speak about black, of course, and they give that definition, and it's always going to be a negative definition, but black essentially is darkness. So if you want to describe darkness, we're going to say it's black. So since we're dark, they call us black. Right. So, and again, you say, like, if you look it up in a dictionary, it's a negative connotation, but that's bullshit. That's bull, because guess what? Color comes out of darkness. Even if you enter religion and you read that Bible, what did he say? Out of the darkness, I created light. So it's all about your understanding. It's all about the research and the historical acceptance of something, which is going to determine on whether you want to go with this term or go with that. Because I don't think the word black itself is a negative thing, because again, colors come out of darkness. Even if you go to this religious, like he say, man, he discovered the light out of the darkness.
Yeah, that's true.
So I mean,
I wouldn't see it as a negative either, but I'm saying how it's portrayed. That's what I would just say, how it's portrayed.
Portrayed, yeah. But that's also a social construct as well. The way it's portrayed, they put that on us because they everywhere else in the world, hell, when you turn on the news, especially because I'm here in Chicago, man, you think every young person in Chicago act a damn fool and don't know how to act and is wild. That's not true.
Yeah. That's you right about that. You're right about that.
That's not true, man. We got so many great young women and young men and so much greatness anywhere where it's predominantly our people. Man, we are great people. When I hear these statistics about our melanated young men and women reading on third and fourth grade levels, and how no one really can read past that man, that's sickening.
Okay. See, they would rather pick out something little from that, maybe from like a small group of people that was probably surveyed, right? But rather than that, like I said this on that stream earlier, I know you probably wasn't tapped in then, but I was like, what about those? What about the young black guy that invented a machine where he converts old recycled plastic and convert it into diesel? What about
Julian Brown?
There you can see a lot of people don't know that though.
I've been trying to get the brother on my show. I've been wanting to interview the brother. And also, it's another brother by the name of Dr. Parkerstein. It's the only brother that he follows. This brother actually created
the machine that converts air into drinking water.
Mm-hmm.
What about the two young girls that's still in school right now and they solved the Pythagorean theorem equation? But
Shania Muhammad, a 14-year-old young lady who got I think she got a doctor's degree. She's actually one of the hashtags under my post. Her name's Shania Muhammad. 14 years old, bro. Got a couple of degrees.
But see, that's some motherfuckers ain't talking about that. See, I like this type of shit right here.
You know what I'm saying?
You
Yeah.
able to call them out by name. See, when I
Yeah.
said that shit over there, motherfucker like, huh? Like, where you find that at? You see, you so busy looking for, what they doing on Love and Hip Hop and the Diddy situation. No, like you gotta fix your own algorithm in your mind.
Mm. Hey, but now even with that,
Conspiracies.
even with Diddy, now, why ain't them three brothers that they been investigating for years? Why they not locked up? Them Abercrombie and Finch mom. They
What?
not in jail.
Yeah, see that Diddy situation. See, I look at it from another side. I'm not saying like, oh, he wasn't doing whatever they claimed him for
He
doing.
probably was. He probably was, bro. But
Now,
I never
now,
know.
none of this happened. Even the whole Cassie situation. None of this happened until he went at Diageo and them. Till he,
Mm, and I hit that bearded conspiracy button because they say the Diageo people they in line and in tune with the Rothschilds.
yeah,
You know,
shit, hey.
so since they in line and tune with the Rothschilds and he went at them, you know what I'm saying? Supposedly they hired some investigators. You know what I'm saying? This is all public knowledge. YouTube, don't strike me. So they hired some investigators. So anything that he could have possibly done to avoid their contract, that's what they was looking for, and that's what they was trying to get him on. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, he won that little money from him. Yeah. So as soon as that happened, bro, it started going down for him. It
Yeah.
started going down for him. Look, we put you in a spot. We gave you a spot. We speaking hypothetically. We put you in a spot. We gave you this spot. Now we need you to, you know what I'm saying, continue to do what the hell we need you to do. You know, we
Yeah.
let you do all this. We let you have your freak ball parties and your baby oil, but all
But
this
they
showing
wanted him to be the face so he can bring in the black dollars. Black people are the biggest consumers, so once he started de-associating himself with it, like, hey, I never owned Ciroc, I'm not with Ciroc, like really like saying F them people, and they
Mhm.
know the black dollars will follow. They're like, oh nah, we gotta sully his name. We gotta do all this shit.
Mm-hmm. And look, even with Young Thug, let me tell you about Young Thug. I ain't saying that brother ain't live the type of life he ain't live. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying I ain't never did nothing. You know what I'm saying? But when that brother bought that land and started building an acre, and he wanted to build that town in Atlanta, and the only thing that was on that land was the helicopter pad, but he was trying to build a town that was employed by only his people and his family and his circle. He was trying to really build a town. It was 19 families that actually before him, I want to say it was either Georgia, Alabama, that put their money together and they bought some acreages of land and they built, and then that's what they trying to do. He was trying to do that by himself because he had the money to do it by himself. As soon as he stated that he was doing some shit like that, that's when these rap lyrics and this YSL Rico. How you gonna be a Rico by your damn self?
Shit, hey.
But
Okay.
that's unheard
We
of, bro.
we can keep going. What about when Bill Cosby went to go buy MSNBC?
Well, yeah, no, they say they shut him down because Bill Cosby was supposed to have oil under his. I ain't gonna listen. On YouTube, all this shit is public record, just to let y'all know. But yeah, Bill Cosby supposed to have oil on his land. They wouldn't even give him the oil. They told,
Yeah.
supposedly, they told him to if you give us the oil, we'll give you a piece. You can't buy it, but we'll give you a piece. And he was like, I don't want a
Cause,
piece. I want the whole shit.
cause what I
I want,
heard, they was like, far as they was saying, like, you own the land, not what's under it or what's above it. You only own
yeah,
the physical land. Like, what type of shit is that?
crazy. If anything that's on my land, I own that too. Period. Yeah, man, they do us so bad, and don't get me even with the R. Kelly situation, bro. I heard it was about some masters, bro.
Okay,
It was
speaking of masters, What about Prince? When Prince started waking up artists about owning their masters and controlling their own music and things like that. I'm just saying, you know.
A lot of people don't even know, bro. A lot of people don't even know it, which it wasn't really boasted about. But when Prince changed his name, a lot of people don't
He had to change his name because he was stuck in a
know.
bullshit ass contract under Prince. That's why he changed his name to the artist formerly known as Prince. And they was like, "Oh, this motherfucker think he's slick."
Think he's slick. Think he's slick. Michael Jackson, this is it tour. He was trying to tell you, this is it. He ain't doing this no more. Do you know Michael Jackson? Michael Jackson. For the people that don't know, the music that Michael Jackson owned could have broke the motherfucking global bank.
He owned the Beatles catalog.
He owned more than just that though, but that's what they talk about because that's what they want to. He owns, bro. Now after he died and Sony grabbed, man, now Sony owns every fucking thing. Michael Jackson he owned Sony at one time. People don't even know that. He didn't have a stake or a piece of it. He was the sole proprietor of it. Of Sony Music. People don't, man. Yeah, shit. Hey, we got now. Come on, now next level. Let's be for real. Now we were some white folks. You wouldn't knock a few of these N words off to get your shit back. Come on. I ain't saying it's right, but I'm just speaking. You know, I'm being lighthearted now. If it was us, bro, and if we see them trying to come up, and if me and you didn't put this system in play to keep them down, and we see these motherfuckers steady reaching and inching their way to the top, and we see, oh look. And I'm like, next level. You see that motherfucker at the bottom? He don't want to be a crab in a barrel no more. You see how he trying to orchestrate them motherfuckers down there? No, And then you like, yeah, I see that motherfucker. Look, I got you. Let me go do this. You know what I'm saying? And we throw another monkey wrench in there. We throw another problem in there, or we throw some other type of unadapted situation in there to get them back to doing that same crab in the barrel shit. Yeah. You know, when we get these peoples like the Princes, like the Michaels, who dropping little gems and jewels here and there. When we get them, you know, some people listen, but for the most part, you know, people say it's conspiracies and conspiratorial. I don't believe in none of that shit. If you can conspire it, nigga, 9 times out of 10, guess what? It's gonna come to life, and somebody already doing it.
Okay, I mean, we can even go back. Let's go to your city. What about the Larry Hoovers and the Jeff Forts and things like that, who they portrayed to be these big militias and stuff like this? When these people was talking about voting power and they was really organizing people and like all that type of thing. You know, like what about all that?
Bro, they said Jeff Fort was a terrorism. First of all, bro. And then they say they tried to say he was a terrorist because he was on the phone with Gaddafi, and Gaddafi wanted this brother to blow up the. First of all, listen, man. If he was getting them weapons, he keeping that shit. That's first of all. I'm finna tell you how melanated, bro. He keeping that shit. You know what I'm saying? He ain't blowing up nothing. You know, he wasn't, bro. And then the money that they gave him, they say the man stole over $1 million. It was $1.5 million that was given to the organization, bro. Jeff might not have seen, bro. If he seen 30,000 of it, it's coming out. They say the brother didn't even get out of that 1.5 million, man. That community the Woodlawn community didn't even see 100,000 of it, and Jeff might have touched maybe 30,000 of it. And you mean to tell me that's what he in jail for? Are y'all serious? That's what he in jail for? And a lot of people don't know, man, if it wasn't for Jeff Fort, the Chicago public schools wouldn't have fucking free lunch.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people.
Like the Black Panther started the whole WIC program.
A lot of people, I was just going to say, a lot of people talk about the Black Panther and how they was feeding people. A lot of people don't know, man, that the Blackstone Rangers, man, the Chicago public school system, man, that's why they got free lunch because of him, bro. But you'll never hear that. And don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to heighten or highlight what's the word I'm looking for? The atrocities that the brother has committed upon our community. You know what I'm saying? It's not some his fault and some's not his fault. You know what I'm saying?
Of course. But if you gonna speak on that, you gotta speak on the other things too, though. That's the only thing I be saying. Like,
Right, you know what I'm saying? Even with Larry Bernard Hoover, brother, you know what I'm saying? How he decided to separate the gangster disciple. Well, I like to call them intermediate organizations. I really don't like to necessarily say their names here, but I call them intermediate organizations. But when he decided to change the original name of his intermediate organization to Growth and Development, man, that was powerful. You know, that's something that these young bro. And let me tell you something, bro. Contrary to belief, we think a lot of these little motherfuckers is knuckleheads, bro. If you get the literature and the paperwork and you following the proper procedures of what these brothers then laid out for you, brother, you would you wouldn't be out here selling drugs, shooting each other, and doing a lot of the shit that we doing,
Like a
bro.
lot of these guys were educated people, even college educated.
Mm-hmm,
You know,
mm-hmm.
like so when they
But they
paint them
got
out,
a
oh, these some thugs, these are some hoodlums, no, but I mean, but that's like you say, it goes to like the images that people want to put out there, but
narratives and the propaganda that they painting that they put before us, bro. That's one of the reasons, bro, why I got my channel. Listen, sometimes, bro, I get wild. You know, when my co-host is in the building, you know, we get jovial, we get a little, you know what I'm saying, elated, and you know, sometimes it might go a little, and, you know, then some of the words that I choose not to, like the N word, I choose not to use that word sometimes, or I might not want to say the B word sometimes, or I try to cut down on my profane language that I use. But sometimes, you know, when we get excited, we get elated, you know, sometimes we might get a little wild, but at the end of the day, man, this is me. I'm real. I'm a person that's dealing with things, and I have experiences, and I want to give my experiences back to my people. You know what I'm saying? And I want to be able to tell my people how I feel in my way. I want to be able to express, you know, how I want to express me in my way, and because guess what? That's the only way that you're going to understand me, and me letting you, you know, express what you trying to express to me. That's the only way I'm going to understand you. I don't know you from Adam, but I'm not going to sit here and over talk you because I respect you. I was on a panel with you, and it's a relationship that I can grow in, you know what I'm saying, and trust in, you know. But still, I'm not going to over talk you and tell you what the hell you talking about ain't shit without trying to understand you first. You know what I'm saying? And we do a lot of that. That's why they paint those pictures. That's why they give us those bad narratives because guess what? They know we gonna run with it, and they know we got. Bro, I done been on panels, not to, and this young lady said, "Well, why do we need leaders? We don't need leaders. If we do whatever we gonna do for each other within ourselves, we don't need to be led." I said, "That's a damn lie. That's a damn lie because everybody ain't gonna stand up and be leaders. Just like how we was talking about JT earlier. Sometimes it takes somebody to stand up and say, no, don't do this shit, and let's do it like this. You know, it takes that sometimes. You know, whether we want to accept that or believe that, I'm sorry, that's on y'all, but it takes that, you know. And I employ and I encourage and I build and I support brothers like you, Coach Ferg, man. Man, listen, man, keep doing what y'all doing, man. We gonna keep doing what we doing. And like I say, bro, it's gonna change. We gonna change that narrative. We gonna change that propaganda. That's why I'm glad that we got these platforms on YouTube, even though we don't own these type of things. But it's gonna be a day. I'm trying to reach out to the brother. Byron Allen, I believe that's his name. The
yeah.
brother that's trying to start. One of my financial advisors told me to write the brother a letter. You know, what I'm saying he shouldn't be that hard to get in contact with. He said you might not have the monetary, or the technological advances to actually push what the brother's trying to push, but the content or the things that I want to get out to the people. You know, if he has what's that, a resume, or what's a portfolio of things that he wants to put out, you know what I'm saying, and keep it coming, you know, that's a help. He was like, man, reach out to that brother, let that brother know what you're trying to do, and da, da, da. Maybe, you know what I'm saying, you can link. And I said, yeah, maybe I should. You know, at first in my mind, bro, I'm like, well, damn, that's Byron Allen, I ain't gonna be able to. But you never know unless you try,
Exactly.
you
Exactly.
know.
Uh yeah, you're right.
Mm.
I think like when it comes to people, like people want to see like intent, like what's your true intentions and stuff like that, and like let's just say even from our interaction, my first uh thought when it came when I was introduced to you, I was just like, I can see your intentions, you know what I'm saying? I can see your passion. I can see like 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 the things that you standing on and standing for, like, you know what I'm saying? So I think stuff like that can go a long way, no matter if it's to Byron Allen, to whoever, you know what I'm saying? Because I mean, that goes a long way to me. Well, with
Yeah.
me, in my opinion, you know.
Girl. Yeah. Girl. Man, my sister done brought me some bills, bro. Look, I'm like, you done gave me the wrong bills, bro. Like, hold on, wait a minute now. Mm. What you got, some more bills? All right. Oh, yeah, man. Okay, I'll pay them off one day. All right. Anyway, back to you. But yeah, man. But yeah, my intent, bro, like, so my intentions, like, you right. So what it is, though, sometimes I can be abrasive. And I get that, you know what I'm saying? But I try not to be. So since I've been doing this, I've been learning to become a better speaker. I've been learning to, get my point across better. Again, I made a I made it a point to try to tone down the lack of profane language, or you know what I'm saying, because man, I got an extensive vocabulary. I've been in college, I read, but sometimes, when you're excited, or sometimes when you're being expressive. Hey, listen, I'm all for a person expressing themselves how they gonna express themselves. It's like, if that's how you gonna get me to understand where you're coming from, and I know it's not malicious. You know what I'm saying? And I know that intent is not meant to hurt or be detrimental, or to, what I'm saying, shun. By all means, express yourself however you want to do it. So, like you said, yeah, I'm passionate, and I'm a Leo too. So that passion, I'm a Leo. I'm a lion. I'm a natural leader. You know what I'm saying? So I try to exude that, because if I can exude that, man, that means if you inside of my circle, that energy that I'm giving out, I want that energy to be took and internalized, and then I want you to turn around and spit that same energy back out. I don't need you to take the energy and let my energy beat you up. And if that's what I'm doing, I apologize to people. I apologize to the public. I apologize to the kids, and I apologize to other adults. I don't want my energy to be the energy that's beating you up. I want my energy to be received and used. You know what I'm saying? As a revitalization for yourself. And you know what I'm saying? So man, I am a passion. I can be a bit passionate sometimes.
But I don't see nothing wrong with being passionate, especially when it's about like a good deed. Now, if you passionate about like wrongdoings or bad things, that's one thing. But if you passionate about something good, that can be a good thing.
People don't want to do good things though, bro. And then, like we say, a lot of times people want to stay in their lane. A lot of times, like, people think that, well, maybe that's not for me. Like how JT was saying, and like I had a young boy on my show. Young boy on my show was saying, man, man, stay in your lane. If you stay in your lane, you know what I'm saying, you won't nothing come your way. That's not true though. They need to know that's not true. Staying in your lane don't necessarily mean that this won't happen to you. You know what I'm saying? So, excuse me. The reason people, I believe, are not focused and don't want to do this is because, bro, every time we turn on the TV, we see this. Anytime I pick up my phone, I get on TikTok or any social media site. Don't get me wrong, I love social media. I love the technology, but most of the times, bro, it be so much crazy shit going on with our people, and I try to tell a lot of people, man, yeah, they only put us up there because we the ones that they don't want to succeed.
Exactly.
Why would I put, bro? If we're a minority, and this is what I want my people to understand, that we're a minority, y'all have to know that all the things that we see that's about us can't be that. It can't be true, bro. How do you get these numbers on a people that don't even amount to what 4-5% of the fucking nation population? Come on.
We are some of the most innovative people. Like when it comes to our inventions and our creativity and things like that. Like these people are still studying us.
Yeah, yeah,
Like they're still studying us. They things like far as like our bodies, our cells, and things like that. That's why you have things
The stem
like
cell.
okay, yeah. See, you know exactly where I was going. Like you always see like these, like for us, the prostitutes or just young black women just come up missing and things like that. Like that stuff is for real.
I mean, I'm glad you spoke on that. Big ups to Oxens in the chat. Chris KK, Jessica Smith, big ups to y'all. So it's a young woman that just went missing and she been missing for 116 days. I forgot the young lady name. I seen it earlier. She's been missing for 116 days. Her family is currently looking for her. She was last seen with her husband. That's an epidemic as well, bro. A lot of our black sisters are coming up missing. A lot of women, period. A lot of women in general, but more especially a lot of our melanated women are coming up missing. And when we fill out these reports or when we call the police and we tell them that they've been missing for more than 24 to 48 hours, they do nothing about it. They do nothing about it. A lot of our women go out of country, we go out the country. A lot of our women don't come back. And they do nothing about it.
Yeah,
Nothing
yeah.
about it. But they take Henrietta Lacks and they did but they take Henrietta Lacks. That's why. Because like how they took her and they studied her DNA and they healing themselves with it.
Exactly.
Man.
Like see, they gave people kind of glimpse in the movie Get Out or whatever.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. Get out. Get out.
But shit like that is for real.
Yeah. So have you ever heard of the 2045 plan?
No.
Look it up. I see now I don't know if you'll be able to find it. I don't know if you'll be able to find it, but I'm pretty sure if you do some research, you'll be able to find it. So what they trying to do is, and I talked about this on a current show I'm at, well, on a previous show I'm at. So what they want to do is they want to take our brains out and put them inside of robots. Not because you got your androids, you got your cyborgs, you gotta not that. They want to take our brains out, put them inside of a robot, you know what I'm saying, so that we can live forever. So they trying to cut out the violence, but they only want to do this with a certain group. They didn't say what group, but if you read it and you read into it, it'll be like just like if you were reading the Bible, huh? And I don't want no Bible people to jump on me. Like if you read the Bible, man, your people will be scattered to 4 corners of the earth, to the point where they're not gonna know their ancestry or their tongues and da 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 da. And the only people that I could see, I mean, with common sense, if I was a Bible believer, um, and I'm not knocking none of that, y'all. Just me, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know me, y'all get me. I'm not a Bible believer. I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm more of a spiritual, universal, metaphysical type of individual. I do believe in the divinity, but not to the point where, a lot of other people do. But even if you reading that Bible, bro, common sense tells me that the only people or the only in my lifetime, in this modern lifetime, or throughout history that I have ever seen been displaced or that suffers for any of those atrocities are melanated people.
Correct.
And then when they say the 4 corners of the earth, now you go here. When you get to most of these continents, if you do your archaeological research, a lot of these places were started or come from melanated individuals. The first town that was founded in Greece was founded by a black person, a melanated. There go that word again, a melanated brother. The
Even
first
Asia.
the first Chinese were melanated brothers, but they give us this Noah story where he had 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, and now you want to tell me that Ham is the Africans, Japheth is the Caucasians, and Shem is the Asian. Man, that shit don't make no sense if Noah was a black man. So now you trying to now. I will say this: melanated individuals are the only individuals that can repopulate the world because we made all shapes, shades, in forms of individuals, whereas no one else could do that. You know what I'm saying? Two white folks ain't finna make no black baby, no melanated brother. They not. They can't put melanin. No melanin minus no melanin means no melanin. But guess what? Melanin plus melanin, we can make no melanin. We can make melanin. That's why I mean, man, genealogy, the recessive genes, the dominant gene, like this is science. And we still don't know how to act. Man, the shit that I'm talking, bro, is third grade science, bro. This ain't nothing that can't nobody go look up. None of
Yeah.
these young even if these young folks out here ain't got no understanding, bro, they can go put it on audio and listen to this shit. Just like how they can listen to me, they can go listen to any of this information. I'm not claiming to be no doctor. I'm not claiming to be no specialist. I got 1,000 books. You know what I'm saying? I can go with the best. I don't give a hell if you got a PhD. You're gonna have a hard time with me. So I get up here and act a fool, but but I don't really get off into all that other stuff because I like to play devil's advocate, and I like to bring a different type of understanding to our experiences. So I might not push science, or I might not push that educated route so much because you would get this. Well, you just telling you, or you're just spitting out what a white person or a Caucasian and told you, or you're just spitting out what an African and told you. Listen, man, information is information, right? Let's start there. But like how you stated, they studying us because we don't push our kids to study us. We don't study us. We don't develop doctors. We don't develop engineers. We don't develop biologists. We don't develop chemists. We want our kids to fucking go to school, play basketball, and play football. You know what I'm saying? We don't even teach them about the numbers, the stats, the ratios, and the percentages about how many actual melanated brothers and sisters really go play professional ball. That is a small number. Use that muscle, that biggest muscle that's in your body. Some might say it's the heart, but it's the brain. I believe that is the biggest and the most powerfulest muscle in your body is your brain. Use it, man. Because when you can't throw a ball no more, when you can't catch a ball no more, when you can't run no more, what are you going to do to create that? No, not create, because once you get there, you should have it. But what are you going to do to keep and create and to constantly keep that generational wealth reoccurring and flowing throughout your lineage? You know what I'm saying? That's something we need to be
But
thinking.
but one thing I can say that I mean, because I don't agree with the whole sports thing or whatever. Which not saying like sports is bad, but I'm talking about far as just pushing the sports instead of like education and things like that. But when it comes to the sports, one thing I can say that's good about it, but people don't take advantage of, like that's a free education. You get a free education.
Free education, bro.
But a lot of people don't take advantage of that.
Yeah. Yeah. And when we because we flounder it away, man. You know, when we do get a chance to get that free education, bro, what we do, man, we get in college, man. And I ain't gonna, bro, and I'm gonna keep it 100. The first time I went off, when I had that freedom, bro, when I went off to college, bro, you know what I'm saying? Man, wasn't nobody that telling me what to do, shit. I was at every party, you know what I'm saying? I was already smoking, so you know what I'm saying? I was trying to smoke. Shit, I really ain't been in no clubs like that, bro. You down in the country, you can do whatever you wanted to do down there. You know what I'm saying? Not whatever you wanted to do, but as far as not having my mom and my dad or my uncles, or those influential peoples around me, or not being able to see my little brothers and sisters, because that a lot of times that and for me then, in my time, that stopped me from doing a lot of the things that I would have done. You know what I'm saying? Because I got to go get my little brother, or I got to go get my little sister, or I got to watch my little brother, or they got to see me doing this type of shit because they with me, or I'm running, or I'm getting chased. So now I got them, and I got a motherfucker trying to get at me because I didn't fuck somebody over. You know what I'm saying? And no, bro. So not having that there with me caused me when I went out to college, bro. And it's real easy, and it wasn't peer pressure. It was just that I didn't have that stability. I didn't have that conscious behind me saying, look, you know better than that. Even though I had it within me, it was just like, wow, I'm free for a second. So let me see what being free is like. And that's understandable because I wind up coming back to a place where, I matured, and I understood that, I'm not going to always have that support circle directly within me or by me. But now I have to make myself my own support circle and be disciplined enough to know that, look, these are the things that you need to be doing. Now we all gonna make bad decisions and fucked up choices, so we know that. But for the most part, bro, you know what I'm saying, brother, next level, like just keep it on point. You know what I'm saying? Keep yourself on point where you ain't tearing yourself down or harming or doing nothing too messed up to nobody. You know?
Oh yeah, most definitely. But I want to touch back on something before it slipped my mind again. We was talking about like like far as the women being kidnapped and things like
Oh yeah,
that.
yeah.
I want to encourage a lot of our melanated people to, when you go get your driver's license, ID, and all that, don't check organ donor.
Organ donor. Please don't check organ donor. He is absolutely listen. Hold on. So let me put this up there. Let me do this. Hold on. Let me do this for him. Because you know, YouTube be flagging me, man. I be talking about things with numbers, and I be talking about you know what I'm saying. I ain't gonna say it, but I be talking about all titles, right? They be flagging me. but listen, yeah, hey, the thoughts views of us. Hey, listen, hey, it's on us, and the thoughts of my panelists is my panelists. But please, I was one of those ones, bro, that I thought, because I was taught, and don't get me wrong, I had a lot of white teachers. Oh, be an organ donor, man. You're gonna help and you're gonna support somebody, and you're gonna do this, that, and the third. But you know what turned me off from being an organ donor? My little brother had sickle cell, even though this had nothing to do with an organ, but being able to know what type of blood type I was to be able to give him blood, being able to do something for a family member is what really turned me off from being an organ donor. Because if I die and I give up my organs to somebody else, what if somebody in my family could be I could be a potential match for? I'm not saying that I don't want to help people, but in that case, I would rather help my family first live and do what they need to do. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
true.
You know, and then I start watching the movies, like you say, like that hostile shit when they get to kidnapping people and doing things like that. Man, bro,
Cause one thing people don't know, when you click that organ donor shit, and you automatically get put in the database.
yep,
You in a database, and it's a such thing like in a black market called organ harvesting.
yeah, yeah.
like, like, I mean, yeah, it can go real deep, but like I was saying, like, because when it comes to our bodies, like we got some of the most unique, like far as like I said, they've been studying us since the beginning of time.
Hey man, people think I'm crazy when I say, you know, we separate species, and then you know people like to say, no, we all the same. We're the human race. Well, scientifically, technically, we ain't the same. Oh, and and good fact for the people out here, man. I want the people to know. I don't know if people know this neither, because you know, a lot of people want to know well, some of the origin or the history on this nigga word. So originally, y'all,
Oh shit.
because you know they like to say the Niger, all that crazy shit, the Negrito, how the
The
Spaniards came up
niggas,
with it.
yeah.
Man, listen, that term was originally deemed for Caucasians. It's a medical term for them. It's actually a medical term that they called themselves. Y'all can look it up. I don't know if they had it. Well, they might had it, bro. Because I tried to go look up Barack Obama. And you know, you can't go. Nah, man, I ain't gonna get into all that. I ain't gonna get into. I'm serious. No, bro, I'm serious. I'm serious as hell, bro. So certain people you can't you can't go find and you can't look up, bro. Yeah, just like when I and I don't want to talk about this too much. The vaccines, when they get
Oh
to saying
man.
when they get to saying all these letters and these numbers and shit, you need to know that, because if you don't know that, you will never find it. You know what I'm saying? And those letters and those numbers, they lead you somewhere, and they let you know the ingredients and a lot of shit that's in they put inside of it. You know what I'm saying? People don't know these things, man. And I this ain't some shit that I didn't seen somebody else. I actually went and took the time out, and you know what I'm saying? You know, and I didn't talk to doctors. I'd have been in circles with doctors, and man, they done told me, man, some admit it, some say they can't speak on
Yeah, that's true.
it. Some say they can't speak on it. But yeah, bro, that's a big issue about our women, though, bro, and that organ harvesting on the black market and things of that nature, man. We got to be real careful out here. Also, I got to shout out to Christy Insurance guy, man. I had one of the bros come up because I'm part of a few organizations and schools of thoughts, you know what I'm saying? So I had a Masonic brother come up here, and he was an insurance agent, and he was explaining, the IULs, life, long-term life, and all that, right. But I encourage people to go get an insurance policy.
Man, that's
All this
something.
all this violence that's going on, all this what we what we call senseless violence that we create amongst each other, yeah, senseless. But all this police killing, hmm,
Yeah.
all these so-called accidents on the highway, or all these so-called controlled experiments that's only prevalent and that's only cycled and recycled inside of our communities, and now
Mm.
we dead. I mean, now we unalive.
All this like you said, experiments and all these factories and things like that in our neighborhoods where you got people with there's like you got people with high traces of cancer from these industries and these manufacturers that's right here in our communities, like you just said. Yeah. But
You know,
insurance is a big thing. Like we shouldn't be doing fish fries. And for the
yeah,
most part, people don't realize insurance is not that expensive.
it's not.
And I really believe when someone die, when someone die in your family, it should be a come up for like for as oh like uh Big Mama didn't left us this land or whatever the case may be, like, but like no, you shouldn't be, it shouldn't be like a people scratching their heads wondering how I'm gonna even just bury this person or how I'm gonna have some type of service, like, but
Yeah,
yeah.
man. And that's another way to create the generational wealth as well. These
Exactly.
insurance policies and having trust and trust in things and set up irrevocable trust, not revocable. It's a difference between a lot of these things, man. So we hear these words though, bro. We hear these words like revocable, irrevocable, IUL, life insurance policies. We don't understand them. My mother, and I said this on my show before. My mother deals in real estate. She's a broker, or it used to be. She was tired. She retired now. She say when white folk come in, bro, and well, no, when we come in and we get the papers pushed in front of us, we sign them away, right? She say she don't care how old, how young, how senile, how having a lack of anything. When white folks come in there, she say, boy, they pull out magnifying glasses. She say they read every motherfucking black drop on the damn paper, bro. And
Yeah.
ask so many, and she be like, God, what she used to tell us, like, man, she was like, but we come in, bro, and she say, man, bro, she say we don't know. She say, man, she try to get the white folk, man. She say, she's just, hey, man, not like that, but she say, man, because she say it was just sad, bro. She say we come in, bro, thinking we getting chances and opportunities, and on the back end. And man, she said that's why she had to get out of that, man. She say, man, she couldn't keep doing it to her people. At first, before she really understood, she didn't know. But once she started learning and catching on and figuring things out, she was like, this shit is they killing our, but what? And then they shipping us and putting us in only in certain places. And man, bro, that's how I learned about the real estate game. You know what I'm saying? That's how, well, man, I didn't even know they were doing shit like that.
Yeah, yeah, like you say, it goes deep, but I think people need to start doing the research, and especially like when you say when it comes to like this paperwork, contracts and stuff like that. That's true. A lot of people just sign a name. They don't read it. They don't. Oh, let me take time and go over it. Let me have someone help me go over it. No, they just
Yeah,
go ahead and sign it.
go ahead,
And
sign it up. They care.
that's how a lot of people be in these BS contracts, whether it's sports, whether it's music, whether it's like in real estate, whatever. A lot of people be in these contracts because they didn't read. They just signed.
Man, and not only in real estate, because we was just but like with these 360 deals, I talked about that on the show. Like, come on, man. Come on, man. Like we get like we bro, it's because we ain't never had nothing, man. Like y'all serious? We live, we survive. You ain't gonna get rid of us. Like we need to stop falling for the damn banana in the tailpipe.
True,
We
true.
keep falling for that. Let me ask you this. What you think about sovereignty, man? What you think about that? What you think about sovereignty?
I think it can be somewhat like what they say, like a gift and a curse.
Okay. I don't really I understand it, but I ain't really got the gist of it. But for me, man, sometimes, man, uh, sometimes it seems like it can work, and then other times, man, it seems like
That's
God.
why that's why I say it could be like a gift and a curse. Like
Like my homie, man, my homie say he told me, man, we get pulled over by the police. You know what I'm saying? Because he ain't got no place on his car. They never lock him up. They don't take his car. They give him his wop to bail him back. He don't have no insurance. You know what I'm saying? But he got a driver's license. He say, man, once I registered this car, now he ain't no more nothing like that. He just, he just was. This is something, I guess he found out about. He like once you register your car, I don't give a hell what state you in, that car becomes that state's property. Now, once it becomes that state's property, they can tell you what to do with that property. Hence, now insurance is the law, and now you have to get insurance. It's already because supposedly you don't have to have an identification card. That's not a federal law. Now, seeing that the federal law deems that the state can do whatever they want to do, even stately, because in the Constitution, it doesn't state that you have to have any type of identification, especially since slavery is supposedly abolished. You know how they used to keep papers on them and shit like that. You don't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, he was like, man, once I register this motherfucker, man, it becomes their property. They can tell me what to do with their property. He said that's why I ain't got no place. That's why I ain't got no insurance. But I got a driver's license, and all they do is they give him his car back, and they tell him to fix it. They can't take the car by law. They really ain't supposed to take the car. Like that's I'm like, damn, bro. And mind you, when I say, bro, I done been with them a few times and we'd have been pulled over, bro. They give it right back to them. I'd have been pulled over one time with them. I ain't had a seatbelt on, and I tried to listen, and I tried to pull something that I heard. Oh man, why you asking for my ID? I'm the passenger. You know what I'm saying? I tried to pull that. He was like, nah, you ain't pulling that, brother. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got your seatbelt on. That's why I need your ID. I say, damn. But next time I had that seatbelt on, they ain't asked for my ID. I don't know, but yeah, some shit work, bro. Some things work, some things don't. You know what I'm saying? But I really do. I really would like to understand that sovereignty thing a little bit better, man. I'll be on a few other channels, man. The Aboriginal brothers. They some good brothers, but sometimes I think the understanding ain't all the way there, or they being disingenuous to a point. You know what I'm saying? But I really don't think, man, that sovereignty. It's got, like you say, it can help and it can hurt you at the same time.
Yeah, because it can almost like you can be targeted for that too, though.
Mm,
Like say your buddy, he can always be like, no matter when he drive, he can always be pulled over. Like you always, what I'm saying, like you can. I mean, like almost not saying like targeted, like you can always be like targeted for harassment and things
right,
like of that nature.
right, right.
Uh, but like to even speak on like what would you say like for as registering your vehicle? I mean, it's just like when you buy property. I mean, technically, that's still not your property, even if it's paid in full.
Well, I know the property is yours. The actual physical house is yours, but the
But
plot of land. but the
Okay,
plot of
yeah,
land,
yeah, yeah.
but the plot of land that the actual physical house is on, it isn't yours. But in essence, you're absolutely correct because guess what? How many houses can you just uproot from the fucking ground, especially when you got a basement? How many houses can you just really uproot from the ground and move from plot to plot? You can't really do that. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like it's a mobile home or one of them double wide trailers. You know that they can jack up and put on them
Yeah.
hydraulic jacks and they can move and put on the back of a trailer and move you somewhere. Most houses are stationary. So in essence, you're absolutely correct. You don't really own that damn house because as long as that house is on that plot of land and they own that plot of land, you don't own that house because you can't move that house. And they
But
gonna
that,
make you pay taxes on that
yeah,
plot.
that's why I was gonna go with the taxes. Like, cause you're gonna always have to pay taxes, and let you miss some taxes. Like somebody can easily come and take that house because you're behind on taxes. But that but it's ways around that too. Like far as like what you see, even a lot of the white people do. They create their land and turn them into like almost like a cemetery. Like you have a burial on your land. Like what
I heard you
even
can't do that no more.
oh you can't. Well, that's
Yeah,
what
they
Trump did. Trump did to his golf course. He buried his ex wife at his golf course, so now he don't have to pay taxes there, none of that stuff.
or it might vary from state to state, but I think I looked that up once before on the show, and I don't think you can do that no more, man. Like, yeah, or even a lot of people don't know this. Even if you go get a LLC, go get a non-for-profit LLC and say you got a church.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? And so your home is your church. If they want to come out, make sure you on Sunday. Make sure you have about 6 people sitting up in the front room, and make sure you got some type of spiritual book in your hand talking to them. And so any monetary donations that you get, you don't have to pay taxes on. As long as it's getting made inside of that house, you don't have to pay taxes on that house. It's you're right. It's thing, but again, you still can be targeted for that because
Yeah,
now
yeah,
the type
you're
of
right.
harassment, the type of scrutiny and the type of shit. But we shouldn't even have to worry about that if we protect ourselves, bro. You know what I'm saying? If we police ourselves, man, and we organize and get our own infrastructure and we stand together as a people and stop trying to be fucking Hebrew Israelites, Mormons, Baptists, Aboriginals, and all these other fucking names and come together. If we really was to go take our 40 acre and a mule and put our 40 acre and a mule side by side next to each other and build our own infrastructure, get our own military, and stop going to fight that shit. Go get your own military. Make our own fucking black scientists. You know what I'm saying? And develop our own nuclear weapons. I also want to start USPAP, man. Hey, hashtag USPAP, United States Pan African Melanated Political Party. You know what I'm saying? If we start cultivating and culturing and nurturing and developing our own people to come up and come up as a party and get into this politics as a party and support our own party. I ain't talking about that fact. Listen, I ain't knocking the Black Caucus, bro. I'm not knocking it. I ain't knocking it. But I heard some things about the Black Caucus that a lot of people that, probably don't want to hear me say, you know what I'm saying, about how the men of certain ages favorite the boys. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, oh yeah, man, it's a lot of bro, bro. It's a lot. You know what I'm saying? Just like with the civil right movement, man. I don't believe in that shit by far, bro. So you mean to tell me we fighting for the right for a motherfucker to be civil with us? So you can say hello? Are you fucking insane to me? Now, I ain't knocking Martin Luther King. I ain't knocking the Abernathys. I ain't knocking the Shirley Chisholms. I ain't knocking them motherfuckers back in the 50s, 60s, 70s. I ain't knocking that shit, bro. I get it. You know what I'm saying? I understand the Black Power movement, but civil rights, bro, that was a fucking joke, bro. It was a joke. If anything, you know what it fashioned, and I support everybody. I might not subscribe, but I still support. But what it fashioned was homosexuality. With man, bro,
I
people
think
types.
I think integration was one of the worst things that kind of happened for us.
Hey man, you heard what Martin Luther King said, right? You heard that last speech. I think I led y'all ass to a burning building.
Yeah, cause like when we was like even the stuff like Malcolm X used to say, like being separate and stuff like that. When we was separate, we was thriving. We had the scientists. We had this because we really didn't have no choice.
Hmm, hmm.
But Like we had our own doctors. Like look at the Black Wall Streets and stuff like that, the Rosewoods and stuff like that. Like
Want me to
we
tell you
had
why?
that.
Because want me to tell you why? Because this is why. Because the psychology of it is this is the psychology of it. They for us to stay attached to the so-called place that they call Africa. You know what I'm saying? Al Kabbalah or Asia or whatever the hell name you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? Wherever they think this so-called life stemmed from or started from, the out of Africa theory and all this extra shit, is because melanated individuals, brother, they want to keep us locked in and tied in there. So, and I say this because in South Africa, where that apartheid came in. You know what I'm saying? Like and the transatlantic, and they brought us over here in the whites only, but it stemmed from over there though. You know what I'm saying? And it carried on over here, and they keep us attached to that shit. And we all with the apartheid and the separation and the integration, and now it's over here because they brought us over here as slaves, and we can't eat here and we can't eat that. But man, that's what they did to us back over there. Now fuck that, bro. We are totally different people. We let them put that shit on us after we came out of slavery, bro. Them facts. Ain't no way in hell you could tell me, man, that two white police officers come into a community full of motherfuckers with guns and lock somebody up. That psychology, bro, they got us so fucking scared. You know what I'm saying, bro? It's wild, man. I wish it was a button we could just hit, bro, and just reprogram. I wish it was a button. Just like how I can cut this computer off, man, if something go wrong, man, and man, I wish it was a button we could hit, man. Just whoop and start all over, man.
Yeah, the programming, like I mean, and yeah, because we got to reprogram ourselves, like. But it starts with the person though. The person got to be acceptable to even want to do that.
Yeah, yeah, and
Because it
also,
was a time. It was a time when I wasn't thinking the way I'm thinking right now. But I would have to be acceptable to to get to reprogram myself to unlearn so I can relearn.
yeah. And I was gonna say, and seeing brothers like us and other platforms and panels and having good discussions and great discourse like this, and being able sometimes to agree to disagree or fully agree in whatever that we're talking about. I would like to think that this is a way of getting that out there. But we didn't have this before. We didn't have the Frederick Douglass, freedom activists. We didn't had the Martin Luther Kings and the Malcolm X's. We didn't have a so-called conscious community where we learning and now we getting back into the Egyptians and Kemet, and even though I don't like that because even that is a separation within itself. You know what I'm saying? When you
Yeah,
read
too.
yeah, not, and I ain't even talking about how they trying to make them white folks and Arabs. I'm talking about even if you read Check Anti Diop, you know what I'm saying? There's a book called African Civilization, Myth or Reality, where we even within ourselves, within inside of that book, from his studies, where we classify ourselves in different, what I'm saying, understandings and factions of life. Due to the color of our skin, or due to the royalty, or due to the classification that we may have in our province or town or wherever the hell you at. You know what I'm saying? That's how they get. That's what they. And everything has been reciprocated, but that even comes from out of the center of Africa. That comes up out of the from what they call it. What they call it, the sub-Saharan. You know what I'm saying? It's places in the sub-Saharan that ain't even been that they ain't even been yet. You know what I'm saying? So everything has I believe in everything having a nucleus, and when that nucleus explodes, it spreads, and and Egypt just happened to get the good part of the explosion. You know what I'm saying? And ain't nothing wrong with that, But even with inside of those books, bro, and this is from a brother, a melanated brother. This ain't from no white man. This ain't something I went and learned from no white man because people would say that. I learned this from a brother. There was always distinction amongst us. Not saying that it was heavy like it is now, but even with inside of learning and reading those things, man, it's separation has always been amongst us, man. It didn't take no Willie Lynch. That shit just didn't happen with Willie Lynch. It's always been murder. It's always been this. It's always been that. These things just didn't happen and just reoccurred just because they happened and reoccurred. You know what I'm saying? It was just more controlled then. We were more focused then. Even in the early 70s, bro. Shit didn't start getting this way until I want to say the late 80s, in the 90s and so on now to this day. Even in the 70s, man. You know how many stories I used to hear about older guys back in the 50s, 60s, man, they go mow their lawn and they Sunday's best. They out there mowing the grass and slacks and penny loafers and Stacey Adams and shit. You know what I'm saying? Anytime you went anywhere, man, you know, you were dressed to the T, you know. How did it go from that to sagging your pants down to your fucking knees and to your ankles? How did it go from that to wearing the same fucking clothes that women wear? How did it go to that to everything that's inside of the store is unisex, meaning a man and a woman can wear? Like, are y'all fucking insane? How did any of this shit get to that point? Now, don't get me wrong, I know how, but how do we keep letting that shit happen? When we have people like me and you, when we had those type of people back then in the past, that steady fighting, that steady trying to make a way and make a difference. Why? How? It's man. Mm, I don't know, but I'm gonna keep fighting though, bro. And I appreciate you for fighting as well and coming into a different and a better understanding. Like I had to, you know. I
Yeah,
didn't
that's
always.
yeah, you're right. We gotta keep fighting. You know, we gotta keep pushing, and we gotta keep moving forward. And I'm a firm believer of reach one, teach one. You know.
Yes, sir, man. Hey, man, I enjoyed you on my panel tonight, brother. I usually end at 11, but I went over, man, because I was having a great build and discussion with you, man. Hey, bro, whenever you want to come over here, man, and jump in, and even if you just in the chat saying hello, or if you want to get on the panel, bro, you're more than welcome anytime, brother, to come over and conversate and discourse, you know what I'm saying, with us, man. Hey, man, we appreciate you to the fullest, man. Hey, love, man. If ain't nobody told you that, I love you, brother. I love you, brother, and I appreciate you for
And
coming.
much love, man. It's no doubt, man. I mean, I had to come and tap in and show some love to you, but like these type conversations be so like you know like so like feel good conversations, you know,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
like
yeah.
it can be so much negativity within the world or just within the community, and like to get some positive energy, some positive conversations, like that goes a long way. And I just want to big salute you. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep spreading that positive energy, man.
Yeah, yes.
Keep spreading those teachings too. You know.
Oh man, you know I do it, man. Hey man, stay on the panel till I close the show out, man. Stay on the panel till I close the show out. Hey man, hey y'all, man, show some love to next level, man. Hey, before I do close the show out, man. This how whenever somebody come up on my panel, man, I always like to let them close the show out with some words of wisdoms or some advice that they want to get to the people, and also share your pages and where people can follow you and find you and sub up to your channel as well.
Okay. My words of wisdom is I I just want to say we have to unlearn to relearn. We have to know that there are systems and things that's in place to divide us, to keep us in a state to where we can't be our best. But you got to understand that and be able to accept that to even move forward. And where you can find me is, you know, my channel is Next Level Moving Forward. But where you found me at is that's my brother's channel, you know, No Captivity with Freezy. You know, I'm a co-host over there with him, and that's where I be at. You know, like it's hard to really navigate and try to find positive and or even like-minded individuals. But I'm glad I bumped into this brother right here. He's a good brother, you know, and this is only my second time chopping it up with him.
Hey man, peace and blessings to you, man. So for all my peoples out there, man, I like, you know, y'all know how I end the show, man, like how I start the show, man. Let's keep everyone in our thoughts, prayers, views, and meditations. Let's keep everyone in our thoughts, prayers, views, and meditations. One last time. Let's keep everybody in our thoughts, prayers, views, and meditations. And y'all know what it is, man. Y'all keep living by them 5 key components: love, peace, respect, motivation, and inspiration here on Be the Conversation, man. Hey, Y'all know what it is, man. All superheroes don't wear capes, but they still need their theme music, man. So to all my beautiful people, all my Beardonians, and all my superheroes, man, get y'all theme music, and we out.
Yeah, we coming off the block with this one. Yes, sir. Yeah. What up, man? Yeah. Bearded conversation, homie, tap in. Why you hate? You already know we locked in. The world's greatest. Broadcasting live and they love it, but don't judge us. Bearded conversation, homie, tap in. Why you hating? You already know we locked in. The world's greatest. Broadcasting live and they love it, but don't judge us. Damn. Got it off the block, forming a dynasty from a rock. Laid back in the cut, press play, can't get enough. Yo, let's chop it up in every location. A bit of conversation, opportunity keep knocking like child support. Pain started from the bottom.
Appreciate everybody for tuning in tonight, man. Make sure y'all tuning in every Monday through Friday, 9 to 11, 9 p.m. Central, man. Same black time, same black channel. Talk black to me, y'all.
Like a dealership, managing several businesses. T-shirts, podcast, no, you don't need a membership. Just follow us on YouTube, Knowledge Supreme Infinite. Chicago got us dipping, excited to talk about it. Going live, check your notifications so you can holler. Or leave it in the comments, debate it, just being honest. Chicago topics, worldwide views, we supersonic. Big gangers conquer, circle back round like every week. Tell the friend off the block, it's where we meet.
Like I tell y'all every night, man. Hey, without y'all, it wouldn't be no bearded conversation. I love y'all, man. Hey, those that fuck with us, fuck with us. Those that don't, fuck with us anyway.
Giving it back to hood lovers. Bearded conversation, homie, tap in. Why you hating? You already know we locked in. The world's greatest. Broadcasting live and they love it, but don't judge us. Got it off the block, giving it back. Come on. The hood lovers. Giving it back. The hood lovers. Broadcasting off the block, giving it back. Bearded conversation off the block, giving it back. Bearded conversation off the block, giving it back. Bearded conversation off the block, giving it back.
Hey, man, appreciate everybody for tuning in. Y'all know what it is, man. When we meet, may we always be on the level. Once we're in each other's presence, may we always be humble and plumb. And when we leave each other's presence, may we always part on the square. With that being said, man, I want to give a special appreciation, man, to my boy Next Level, man. Make sure y'all go hit his channel up. Make sure y'all go check out Freezy channel, man. Hey, man, good talking to you, brother. Like I said, man, I love you. Peace and blessings, man. Peace and blessings to everybody that's in the building. And my chat, man. I love y'all. With that being said, man, and we out.